Hello. Hello, guys. We're actually probably just gonna jump right into this in a moment. I got my drink here real quick, so I'm just kind of cracking that open. There we go. Hello, hello. Um, so yeah, we are kind of just gonna we're kind of just gonna jump right into it. Honestly, I mean, there's no reason for us to really wait. Um, I am gonna quickly run a 30-second ad though because I need that to get out of the way. It would be nice if I could disable ads, like permanently. I think you might be able to, but I'm pretty sure Twitch will still run ads on your stream regardless. Um, with this, it's like I can kind of control when they happen and like time them just right, so it's not interrupting you guys too much. I can't do anything about pre-roll ads. I think the only thing I can do with pre-roll ads is if I run like a manual ad, then it will stop pre-roll for like 10-15 minutes or something. So that's why I try to do this ad right at the start of the stream just to get that out of the way. So there you go. But if you're subscribed, then you don't have to worry about ads. Isn't that right, guys? But hello everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. We are going to just jump right into the dev stuff. So go ahead and get that going. Hello. It's me. I'm here. Hello. Looks like the V2B stuff is working. Woo! Yeah, so I'm still trying to kind of work out the memory issue with Warudo. I think it's because like there's a lot going on. I still like using Warudo over VC Face just because I can do stuff like this. But I do need to get a better webcam because my current webcam is actually not doing too hot. It's actually been kind of fitzing out recently. So I might just go buy a new webcam. Then again, I bought this webcam back in 2020 because I had to have a webcam for a job interview. So I just bought like the cheapest webcam I could get. So yeah, this webcam probably has run its course. Honestly, I probably need to get a new one. Plus I'm pretty sure I could get like an actual better one. So, but hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. We are gonna work on the pizzeria more. Because why not? Oh, Jimmy, thank you. Yeah, so this is your last chance to contribute to the community goal. Literally, we only have like 3 hours left until it ends. So I'm glad I started streaming now instead of tonight, because if I started streaming at 8, it would have been too late. So I'm glad I started now. So you guys got just a little bit more. I'm pretty sure you can do it. So I have faith in y'all. But we're just gonna jump right into working on the pizzeria some more. Honestly, we're just gonna disable the exterior because we really don't need any of this right now. I was working on some more stuff since last stream. For instance, as you could tell, we now have some very nice looking doors here. Some nice like little screen door, some nice like glass doors that I've modeled really quickly. And then you got another door here, which is a little bit different, but it's meant to be like this. And then I did some more stuff on the inside a little bit, not too much. I added some extra stuff on the ceiling, like the ceiling boundaries and stuff. I'm kind of not happy with it, so I might actually sit down and redo it because it is it wasn't like, it wasn't hitting well with me. I also started working on this little thing right here, which is basically like a little wall boundary. It's actually based off one of the images I was referencing. So like there's this wall boundary and then there's this wall boundary. So I was kind of working on this, and I think I'm gonna have it to where it comes here and then stops right here. Oh, Sam. Oh, Sam, do you want to cameo on the stream? Hey, wait. Sam, do you want to be on the stream? Oh shit, is the audio not working? Oh, wait. Okay, so I found out kind of why the audio wasn't working, and it's because if you go into like your OBS settings, you can change like the default. Sorry, one sec. I gotta tab out a Blender. One sec. You can change like the default audio source in OBS, and like for some reason, every time I go between like desktop or this, like the audio source is supposed to be set to like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. So like I have to set it to like the default instead of like the specific mic. Here, someone do the voices option and see if that works. I think that should work. If not, then I have to change it. But like I found that like it was working last time I did a desktop stream, but then when I did the VR stuff, I don't think it was working. And I think it's because I have to like manually change the mic or something. It's weird. I don't really get it, but it's whatever. Also, hello Sam. Yes, I'll take a drink real quick here. One sec. I like how you could actually see me have my hand up drinking my drink. That's actually pretty cool. Is no one gonna do the voices option? Okay, I'll do it myself then here, since no one's doing it. Oh, there we go.
I'll take an extra cheesy pizza.
Okay, see, that didn't work. Okay, wait, one sec, wait.
Garlic,
how do I refund you?
To be crispy.
Fuck, I don't know how to, guys, I don't know how to do anything on Twitch. I swear to God. Sam, how do I refund someone's channel points? I actually don't know how to do that. I'll refund you for that in a second. I need to fix the audio. I don't know why it fucking breaks sometimes. It's so weird. Like I have everything like set up properly. It's just like sometimes the mic just doesn't want to capture properly, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's the microphone. Just set that to default. Why is it set to the second audio channel? I don't understand. That's weird. Yeah, like, dude, I don't understand this. Like, sometimes it just breaks, and I don't really get it. One second, I'm gonna just do it myself here. Oh, see, I don't understand. I really don't. You think all this stuff works, and then all of a sudden it just decides not to work, and it's just like, okay, all right, sure, whatever. Okay, here, I'm gonna change it back to what it was before, because I don't know. Your audio, just change that back. I'm just gonna set that back to default. I'll just set this one to default too, actually. Yeah, I really don't know, honestly. Oh God, guys, I'm a dumbass. I found out what the problem was. It's because my monitoring device is set to my index headset. That's why. So it's like it's playing it, but I can't hear it. That's why. Wait. Okay, now I should be able to hear it. Okay. I am so sorry about that, guys. Oh my gosh. That's totally on me. So it should actually be working now. Oh, Miyazaki, thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry I didn't hear the thing. Oh, did you guys reach it? Oh, you guys did it! Woo! Good job, guys. Good job. Oh, you guys made it. Awesome. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. See, I had a feeling you guys would reach this if I streamed today. So good job, guys. Okay, so I will do a blind innkeeping session. I don't know when that will be, because I have to sit down and actually either make the avatar or just use the blind girl avatar. I still don't know which one I want to do. But yes, we will absolutely do an innkeeping session where I'm entirely blind. And we'll have that going. So good job, guys. I knew you guys could do it. Okay, before I do anything else, sorry, I'm just gonna do one more little test here. Wait.
Test.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh, what? I thought I fixed it. The fuck? Oh my god, dude. OBS, why you gotta be like this? Well, let me change my sound settings to make sure everything's right. Yeah, recording, playback. Yeah, that should all be right. Sorry, I'm fixing OBS stuff real quick. I know I'm not a skilled streamer. This is why I'm not a cool streamer, because sometimes it just doesn't want to fucking work. Default, apply. Yeah, see, speakers. Yeah, it should just be this, right? Yeah. I literally have it. Okay, what if I just set the default? I don't know. Okay. Well, if that doesn't work, it might be one of those things where it's like it has to restart OBS, and I really don't want to restart the stream, so. Oh well. Okay, Also, Sam, hit me up if you want to cameo on the stream. We could talk about stuff while I work. But for now, I'm going to give you guys a bit more of a tour. Like I said earlier, I modeled some like new doors here. Nothing too crazy. I think once I texture them, they'll look a lot nicer. But I got some nice like doors here. I got another door here, which is like, you know, that's meant to be here. I still need to. Oh, wait, where am I? Oh God, I'm flipped upside down. I still need to figure out what to do with the top section up there. That's gonna be a work in progress, I think. I was doing some more modeling inside, mainly some ceiling stuff. Honestly, some of it's still like this right here. To be honest, this whole like outside piece that I modeled, like this right here, it's been kind of annoying me because it clips inside as well, and I really don't want that. So I need to fix this. And it sucks because like I feel like it's fine right here, but then like it's just like it's too wide. I need to fix this. Excuse me. Seems that when OBSing wouldn't work without reset, such as showing a chat on screen. Oh, is it not showing chat on screen? Oh no. Why is that happening? Wait, oh, did I break something even more? Uh-oh. That shouldn't be right. Wait. No, okay, yeah, see, don't say that, because I thought it was like not showing chat on screen. I thought I actually it was broke. Okay, sorry. You fucking spooked me there. Whatever. I'm looking at chat anyway, so if you guys do a voice in my head, I'll read it out, so. Because you are the voices in my head after all, so. Oh man, okay. I mean, we can, okay, see, you guys can hear it. I can't hear it. You guys can hear it, but I can't hear it. That's the problem. Like, I want to be able to hear it, but like I can't for some reason. Only you guys can, but I can't, and I don't understand why. It's like I think it is something to do with the OBS like outputting like settings, like the monitoring settings. And I thought I had it set to my my speakers, like my headphone speakers I'm using right now, but it's not like output. It's not like doing that, which is a bit unfortunate. So I'm gonna actually manually set it like this. There we go.
Tesla Mal.
Okay, does that work now? Okay, I can't set that mic to that because then it breaks. Okay, got it. Oh, it's because God, guys, I'm a dumbass. I'm really stupid. I'm sorry. It's because I set the microphone to my headset, and my headset doesn't have a microphone on it, so I just wasn't talking at all. Yeah, of course, obviously. Okay. All right, we're just gonna set this to default, and we're just gonna. Okay, we're just gonna ignore it now. Let's just stop for now. You see, isn't that like already set to? Yeah, see, that's already like a line, right? So could I just disable this entire thing? Like, one sec. Can I? There we go. Come on. Actually, I think I already had this like set to be like this, but I'm just gonna do this real quick. Face it. There we go. That'd be kind of weird doing it this way, but I just want to see if this will look nice when I finish. My modeling style is very scuffed, so. Yeah, I just don't feel like restarting OBS, so. Scuff streamer, I know. I'm not like a professional streamer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You guys don't come here for the quality, you come here for me, you know? And you come here for my sick modeling skills. Oh, you know what sucks about this though is is it's gonna look. Oh, maybe I could extend it out the other way. Actually, I could probably do that here. So if we turn off face orientation and then we go here. There we go. How does that look? Oh, it actually didn't look too bad. Oh, but I forgot it's like misaligned. Right? Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know why. Like this section of this, when I was like moving it, it just didn't align properly. But I gotta fix this real quick because it's super annoying. There we go. Perfect. I think that's fine. Oh yeah, this is also not aligned properly. But yeah, no, I hope you guys are doing well. I kind of slept in today, so that's why I'm a little bit late. But I started working on this just because I didn't really feel like playing any games today. I don't know, like I don't know, man. Oh, I just realized that is really, really thin. One sec, that is not supposed to be like this. Okay, guys, wait, I gotta fix this because this is actually bad. Oh, why are there two vertices? What the fuck? Oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, first off, let's merge by distance and do anything. Okay, holy crap, what is happening with this model? Wait, dude, this is the problem with my streaming. With my modeling is I sometimes model things so scuffly that like it just ends up like this, where it's like why are there like these extra like vertices here? Like what is this, bro? We got a freaking zombie here. Here, I'm just gonna delete these. I don't even know how this got here. It's so weird. Okay. Sorry, I was saying I have to fix this because this is way too misaligned, and I don't know why it's like this. I think it's because I positioned it weirdly. That's why. Take all this. But yeah, no, I hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, today's a lazy Sunday, so I've just been relaxing, just chilling, usual biz. Didn't really feel like playing any games today just because I kind of was just not really doing too much. So, and I just was like, I kind of want to work on the pizzeria more. Oh, I think my Warudo has decided to stop tracking. Oh, nope, there we go. Okay. You know, I like Warudo, but sometimes like my tracking just dies. Like it's just like the memory is too much. And I don't know how to fix that. I don't know why it keeps like freezing up with tracking sometimes. It's really weird. I don't know if you ever have this issue, Sam, where like your tracking just dies like this, but like it catches up, but it's like it's definitely a memory thing, and I don't understand why it's sucking up so much. It's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, I think I just have to fix this like one part of this model that like links to it, and then I think that should be fine. Why is this missile? What is going on here? That's a little bit sussy. Okay. Why the frick does this model have like so many? Oh, with these issues? Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't know why these models are like weird. Even this is like misaligned. Why is this misaligned? Is that supposed to be like that? Wait, what? Oh yeah, why are you like? Oh, that's weird. It's like you can, like, I can like visually tell there's something wrong with the way this is like presented. Yeah, see, what is this? Why is that like that? So I'm wondering if I should go back and like redo some of this building stuff, because honestly, it's like I feel like I did it really in a scuffed way, and I think that's not going to be good if I'm like trying to show off that I can like work on things properly. So I may have to go and redo this. Because like I said, guys, this is meant to be for you know, showing off my epic Lamal skills at modeling. And I can't have it looking too weird, you know? Also, why? That's a little weird, but okay. I actually, so fun story. I actually started compiling concept art for modeling prehistoric creatures last night in my like 2 a.m. fever pitch. You know, I sometimes like sometimes it'll be like the middle of the night and I just don't feel like sleeping and I feel like working on stuff, but like I can't bring myself to do it. So what I do instead is I kind of like get myself prepped for working on stuff. So I tend to like gather concepts and stuff. So I'll actually show you one of the concepts I grabbed online. So I was gonna, here, I'll just drag it in. There you go. So this is actually one of the concepts, one of the random concept art pieces I found online that I wanted to model from. This is a Jefferson's ground sloth. So I'm actually gonna probably sit down and just try and model this. It's not a beaver bear, it's a Jefferson's ground sloth, okay? Okay, get it right. Oh my god. Here, look, I'll actually show you the proper diagram. There you go. Yeah, that's how big it was, by the way. Jefferson's ground sloth. Look at that boy. No relations to rodents. They're actually part of their own family group called Xenarthrans, which is the same family group that armadillos and anteaters are part of. So, endemic to South America and parts of North America as well. I also have another one. I also have this is actually the, I think this is actually the original concept art piece that I actually like modeled from back in 2017. This is a woolly rhino. So I'm pretty sure this is the art that I actually used to make a woolly rhino model back in 2017. So I'm actually going to use this as a reference, as a modeling reference when I make one as well. Because I really want to. I really do. And I think it'd be really cool. So yeah, that's just a fun little thing. You know, I honestly feel like this whole segment looks a little weird, but I think it might look better when in game. But anyway, I think we fixed that issue, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, because I was trying to fix it like where it was clipping like to the top here, and I don't think I did. I think I almost did. Wait. What sucks is the walls are like very, very, very like thin. So even if it's like barely clipping, it'll still kind of show. It could be hardware intensive. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, not much I can do about that. Make sure I grab all the pieces. I gotta make sure I grab all the corners because otherwise it's gonna glitch out. Yeah, like Warudo is good, and the fact that I can do like hand tracking is also kind of cool. It is definitely intensive though, very much so. I can totally see that. What is this? What is this face? What is this? I said a face. Get that out of here. Okay, so unrelated to what we're talking about, by the way, I saw that there was a new movie that I think either is out or was coming out, and it's the A Quiet Place. I think I saw there was like a Quiet Place. I think it was like the prequel of the prequel movie of A Quiet Place was coming out or is out right now. I kind of want to go watch it. Actually, I haven't actually watched the actual Quiet Place. Okay, I kind of did, but didn't. It was kind of like the case of like I watched clips of it, and I basically just know what happens. But like I kind of want to sit down and watch this prequel because I actually really, really like the premise of A Quiet Place. I thought it was a really good horror movie, or at least like it's just like simplistic in what it is, but it executes it well. Because I've said this before, I think, on stream, but the monster from A Quiet Place. Okay, so the movie, A Quiet Place is like the first horror movie I've seen in a long time that's pissed me off, and in a good way. Like it made me mad in a good way, because like, I guess I could probably mention like one of the scenes from A Quiet. Are you guys okay with me talking about one of the scenes from A Quiet Place? Unless you guys want to go watch the movie yourself, I don't want to spoil things if you're planning to go watch it yourself. There's a scene in the first movie that pissed me off for a very good reason, and I would love to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it for people. So, um, I really want to talk about it though. I don't know. I mean, Miyazaki, that's fine with you, but like, yeah, with Sam, I don't know. Sam, do you okay if I mention that? I won't talk about it if you don't want spoilers. I'll just leave it as that. Like, there's a scene in the first movie that pisses me off. But the whole premise of the movie is actually pretty good though. Like it's simplistic. I don't want to say simplistic, but it's like it's simplistic in the fact that it's straightforward. Like it's a pretty basically straightforward concept, and it's actually done pretty well. So I personally think it's pretty good. So we're gonna expand these top areas here because as you can tell, it's the top section needs to be corrected a little bit. I should sit down and actually watch the first movie. Didn't they come out with a sequel to A Quiet Place? I feel like I remember there being some kind of sequel movie of some kind. I don't actually know. All I remember is like I saw like the first clip of that movie where it's like they were in the abandoned factory and like the monster was like swinging towards them. I don't actually know if that was a sequel or if that was like something else or maybe a prequel to the movie, because I know the movie that just came out, The Quiet Place. What's it called? I forgot what the prequel was called. It's like something because the whole premise of the prequel is like it's this like lady that's in New York City, and they're in New York City when like the monsters arrive, and the monsters I think are just like rampaging through New York City, just killing everything that they hear. At least that's the premise of the movie I think I saw. Because apparently instead of it taking place like in like a rural farm, it's literally New York City. Could you imagine? Like, that's crazy. Is it related to Avatar? Oh yeah, there is that one Avatar in VR chat. Yeah, that's like if you've never seen the movie, that's probably like your first exposure. Like that Avatar is actually the monster from that movie. So there you go. Also, I'm gonna be lazy and just kind of nab this piece real quick here. Yeah, it's a good monster design. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's a phenomenal monster. I think it's really cool. I still want to watch the movie though. I just haven't gotten around to it. So, I'm just bad about watching movies. I think the most recent movie that came out that I do want to sit down and watch is Ultraman. Ultraman Rising, I think. I've never really been one for Ultraman. I don't really know much about him. I just know he's like, I think part of like the Godzilla stuff. But I heard that that movie was actually pretty freaking good. Like actually was really nice, and like it's got that nice like animation style, kind of like how like, you know, Spider-Verse. Oh, I still need to watch the Across the Spider-Verse as well. I have not actually watched Across the Spider-Verse. That is currently still on my to-do list. I heard that it wasn't like a fully done movie. I heard that it was like you watch the movie, but then there's like a part 2 that's still being made, and like I kind of don't want to watch the movie because of that, because I don't want to like be left on a cliffhanger. I hate that. I mean, I'm probably still gonna watch it, but it's like, I don't know. Like it makes me kind of worried. Also, I just realized I made a bit of a mistake here. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want a cliffhanger. That's all. Oh shoot! Wait. Gotta hit it when you're like trying to select vertices on top of vertices. Is this like? Did that like auto merge? What? I don't think I remember auto. Oh, I just pressed. I don't know what that does. Alien Hero. Oh yeah, I'm not really too big on Godzilla lore, so I don't really know. But I just know Ultraman was part of like that whole universe, like the Toho, like the Godzilla stuff. It'd be cool if dude. Okay, so talking about MonsterVerse, Godzilla, for a second. You know, Legendary's Godzilla. I do wonder if the story is going to delve more into, you know, humanity not liking Godzilla anymore because of how much destruction happened in GXK. I think that would be like a great plot point to explore. Because honestly, if you watch the Godzilla X Kong movie, they literally destroy like so many buildings. It's actually insane. Like Rio de Janeiro just gets completely swamped. It's crazy. I still think the movie was okay. It was good in the fact that you could just watch monsters. Like if you're literally just like me and you're just like, I just want to see monsters, then the movie's okay. Like it's pretty okay, because like it gives you that. Like if you're looking for like a story and stuff, then it's definitely more sketchy. But the fact that like it was just monsters and stuff, like that's what I liked about it. So I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys the back here. So if we come to the back here, as you can see, I do have these doors modeled now. I made these really quickly. Nothing too crazy or anything. I actually looked at my door behind me, the one behind me there, and I was using that as a reference. So these are like the bathroom and the closet door, and then this is the door that goes out back behind the building, which I don't have a a floor there. Actually, I guess I could just enable the exterior real quick here. I don't know what that does when I do that, to be honest. Yeah, so this is like the back door. So the idea is like, yeah, you just go through and then here's the back door. It still needs a bit of work though. I mean, the collision is just weird because like Blender's like movement system is like weird. I still need to model the handle to the back here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just duplicate this handle and just have it on this side, or if I'm gonna have like a door handle. Actually, I think I know what I wanted to do with this. Actually, wait. I'm gonna steal this handle, and I'm just gonna put it on the back here. So, transform. So dumpster, yes, I will add a dumpster. So okay, when I said that this map was meant to be a portfolio, I also meant that when I start modeling some assets for it, I'm going to make them look as good as I can and use them as like put them on my portfolio. So I'm gonna model stuff and then hopefully do like texture painting and normal maps and shit like that, make things look nice. Because I want this to be like a like presentable map to show off to people. Like, hey, this is something that I can do. Do you want to commission me? You know. I was talking with my IRL friend yesterday. I was playing Deep Rock with him, and I was talking to him about that. And I was like honestly, it sucks that it took me this long to get to the point where I can I was like wanting to start working on portfolios. I think the biggest reason I never really started working on commissions was because I kind of just wanted to do things at my own pace and just work on my own projects. But honestly, I'm kind of at the point now where it's like I really don't mind working on commissions, especially if it's like paying the bills. As long as I enjoy doing it, then I'm like fine with it personally. So that's kind of like my current mentality when it comes to this kind of stuff. I don't know if that's a little too thick or not. Actually, do you think no, actually I don't think a door like this would have a handle like that actually. What was the image I had earlier? I think it was I think I remember what this was supposed to be. So wait, let me do a little bit of testing here real quick. Oh yeah, I also with this map, if I get around to it, I would like to do like a cool little secret like the Great Pug has. I'm not gonna tell you what I have planned, but like I want to have some kind of like little secret that you can kind of like do in the map. Like maybe you have to go find like an X amount of items or something to unlock like an area. But I had like a little plan for that or something eventually. So yeah, that was my idea. I'm gonna do like, not sure how big the knobber needs to be, but I'm gonna find out here. And then we're gonna turn off mirroring. We're gonna rotate this 90 degrees. Kind of just bring this here. You guys see what I'm trying to do here? Just like one of these kind of doors where you like hit the handle. honestly, I imagine like I could just duplicate this back part and just put it here as well. But I'm gonna do this for now because I think this is like okay. And plus, like, what I plan to do is I'm gonna take a couple of these assets and just like eventually make more detailed versions of them. Actually, I don't think that's what a door handle is supposed to look like, to be honest. But I think that might work for my purposes. Scale. God, quick favorites is so nice, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. Oh, by the way, here's the VR tab, by the way. I actually found out that the VR tabs is actually like legitimately, okay, you can't see my preference tab, unfortunately, but the VR scene inspection stuff is literally just like, it's let me find it. The VR scene inspection stuff is literally just an official Blender add-on that you can just enable like instantly. This is like officially built into Blender. It's not like a thing I had to import. So I could just, if I start up my Steam VR, I can just click this button and I will just immediately be in my scene in VR. And I could walk around if I want to. It's actually super easy and it's really cool. So that clip I posted on Twitter, like I was walking around in VR and it's so nice because like I can actually like I can unironically actually test out scaling and make sure things look like okay with the scale, because you know sometimes like things don't be too big or too small. But I was actually like testing this out and I was like, you know what, this actually looks fine. So yeah, like it's actually really good for something like this because I'm working on a world right now and I want to be able to make sure everything's like scaled and stuff. So it's really good. Oh yeah, don't worry about the Z fighting. That's literally just like these back faces, and I think I might have to delete them because like they are gonna Z fight if I leave. Actually, you know what? We can just do it right now. Actually, yeah, it's this face. We actually don't need this face, so we can just delete that. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, it's still Z-fighting on the top here, actually. Actually, what's Z-fighting on the top, actually? Oh, is it, What is Z-fighting up here? Oh, it's this thing. Which is just meant to be, like, a little barrier. Weird. Oh, by the way, I will probably do dev streams of working on prehistoric creatures as well, if I just ever get around to it, because I, frankly, really do like doing dev streams. They are very fun. I don't know if I'll work on prehistoric creatures anytime soon, but I think, oh god, it's still Z-fighting. I think, ever since I found out that it doesn't matter, like, I could just work on stuff, like, whenever I feel like it, because technically speaking, like, all this stuff could end up on a portfolio, so it's like, okay, well, I could literally just put everything onto a portfolio. Like, even if I'm not going to use, like, this model for anything, like, it's still going to be used for something, which is mainly my portfolio. So, yeah. Okay. What do we need to work on next? So, I know for a fact, ceiling lights... Actually, wait, does that look fine? That's a little bit too... It's, like, thin on one side, but not thin on the other side. That's kind of a red flag, I think. Maybe this is too thick. Oh, and that's clipping as well, actually. Wait, that's not good, guys. Wait. I think we might start working on basic light models and getting them set up real quick. Just like basic like lamps and stuff, just things that that we can kind of just put in the ceiling to make it look nice. Like we might start working on like the basics for those models. I'm not gonna do too much detailed modeling today because frankly, that's for another time. But for now, we can focus on just getting the basic like models set up and stuff. Oh, I got the Great Pug music playing in the background, by the way. That's pretty good. You know, I could just play the Great Pug music constantly on loop if I want to. It's copyright free, I think, so it's fine. I think. Well, that and the VOD won't have music on it, so Sorry, VOD viewers, if you're watching right now. Unfortunately, you cannot hear the music in the background because I have it set up so that music does not get recorded in the VOD. So, oof. Yeah, any of it can press folks. Yeah. My friend told me that there were people that really liked prehistoric models and would love to like have them. So, I mean, I could even fucking sell them if they're good. Okay. So if we're going based off this image right here, as you guys can see above my head, they had a bunch of like miniature light fixtures on the walls, and then they also had these really far down lamps, as you can see. So we're gonna make, oh, and we have ceiling fans too. So we're gonna start with making these really basic light fixtures because they had about like, it was weird because like here, if we're sitting inside the pizzeria right now, like I was sitting like right about here, they had like one row and then one row, and then they had the ceiling fan, ceiling fan, ceiling fan, and then they had those other lights hanging down from over there. So the lighting was mainly just from those like one of those 6 ceiling lights up there. So we're just gonna quickly model some really basic cursor to world origin. There we go. So we're just gonna do that real quick because that's gonna be a super basic model. We are literally just going to make a really basic cylinder like this. Turn off that real quick because these are literally just like what? Just a circle with another circle inside of it. So, oh wait, what were we talking about? Movies and stuff. I still need to finish watching Baki. I'm almost finished with like the first part of Baki, and then I can go back to watching where I left off with Baki Hanma. Like right now I just haven't touched it because I was just doing other stuff. I still have fun with it though. It's still pretty good. But I've been meaning to sit down and finish that. Like I said, Ultraman, still need to watch that. Boshi the Rock, oh my gosh, I've been sitting on Boshi the Rock for quite a while. I've been meaning to sit down and watch it, but it's like it's just like I suck so much at starting new things because like it's always a case of like, do I have enough time in the day to sit down and watch this? Like I want to be able to kind of binge watch this. I don't want to just watch like one episode. I want to be able to watch like multiple episodes. Can I sit down and binge watch this kind of stuff? It's kind of the same reason why I suck at buying games, because you know, gaming. Like it's really just a case of like I really want to, but at the same time I just suck at starting. Like that's all. I probably don't even need to make it look like this, honestly. This is probably completely unnecessary. Shade smooth. Shade smooth. And what I'm gonna do, just to be kind of safe, edge loop. Dissolve. There we go. We'll just save a little bit there. Actually, we'll do it this way too. That's got a freaking drain fly just flew on my monitor. Hi, little drain fly. I don't know how you got there, but okay. Dude, I swear, I keep seeing these drain flies. I'm scared there's like something in my house that's attracting them, and I don't know what it would be. I have no idea. Because like we've had stuff in the past in my house where like we had a lot of these drain flies. We didn't know where they were coming from. We, you know, obviously the first thing is like, okay, they're coming from like the drain, because that's why they're called drain flies. Because, you know, if you have a really clogged drain in your sink, they lay eggs there. So, you know, we clean out the drain. And they were still there. And I ended up finding out that there was a bunch of them in our kitchen in one of the shelves because I had left potatoes in a bag in the shelf for like 6 months. And I thought that the potatoes would be fine because, you know, obviously it's like they're just dry. But it turns out this particular type of potato that I bought was moist. It was a moist potato. or something like that. And so what happened is it was dripping liquid from the potato over the course of like 6 months. And it was in like a plastic container, so the liquid was pooling in this plastic container with this potato bag in it. And so I open up the drawer, and it's just a shit ton of fucking drain flies that are living inside this drawer because they're laying eggs in the fucking poopy potato water. So me and my mom were just like, all right, we gotta clean this out, and we just fucking scrubbed the entire kitchen down. And now it's like, now that I see this one, it's like, okay, is there something else in our kitchen doing something like that? And there shouldn't be, because I checked like every single drawer. There really shouldn't be anything causing this. I think it's just because it's like the middle of summer that they're just like showing up. So that's like my guess. So I'm going to assume that's what's happening. Y'all ever have weird stories like that where like something gross happens in your house, you don't realize it? I have another gross story I could tell about bed bugs. That was something. Okay, so in my room I used to have a bed that had a wooden frame. So it was the mattress. So it was the mattress in like a wooden frame. And it was actually the frame was actually quite tall, so like I was like halfway up to the ceiling in my bed frame. And this is a bed that I've had for like years, right? So, nothing really too bad, too crazy or anything. I always had this one pillow on my bed that was like this long cylindrical pillow that would be like where my other pillows would like rest on it. And I never moved it. I always kept it in the same spot because like I had no reason to move it. And behind that cylindrical pillow, there was a shelf, like built into the bed frame that had like stuff on it, like like pottery and whatnot, whatever. So one night, as I'm like getting ready for bed, I noticed there's like a little spider that's crawling on my wall, and it goes behind my bed frame, behind where my cylindrical pillow is, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't sleep because there's a spider. Because like I just couldn't sleep with the knowledge there was a spider there. So so like I pick up the cylindrical pillow. Oh, by the way, all this happened like at least God, how long ago at this point? I don't want to say 10 years. It would have been at least like 8 or 9 years ago. Like it was a long time ago. So I pick up the cylindrical pillow because I'm like, okay, the spider might be behind the pillow. Let's check. And I turn the pillow over, and I see probably the most disgusting thing I've seen ever in my life. I see a bunch of dead skin of these bed bugs that have been living on the back of the pillow. And like their dead skin, like carapaces are just all over the back of the pillow, and there's eggs all over the back of the pillow. And like I was like, what the fuck? And there were live ones that were crawling into the spaces in between the wood of the bed frame. And as I started looking around my bed frame and into the cracks and stuff, I started seeing more of them. And I was like, oh my god, my fucking bed frame is like literally filled with bed bugs. Like, there's actually a bunch of them in my bed frame. How did I not notice this until now? I have no idea how long it was like that. I actually have literally no idea. Cause the thing is, it was only my room that had bed bugs. So I was the only one in my house that had bed bugs. So I don't know what ended up happening. I'm not sure if it's like maybe the wooden bed frame was just an advantageous spot for bed bugs, or like if maybe I tracked in bed bugs by going on vacation or something. I don't remember what happened. I don't know how it happened. I just know that this was a thing that did happen. So like, this is like right when I'm about to go to bed. So it's like, okay, I can't sleep in this bed now. I now know that there are literally hundreds of bed bugs in this bed that will suck my blood if I sleep in this bed. And they probably have been for a while now. So I go to my dad, like, 'cause it's like at least like 10 or 11 p.m. My dad's like getting ready for bed too. Like, he's like rocky. And I tell my dad like, hey, my bed's filled with bed bugs. Can we like wake up? Can we like, like do something about this? And he's like, okay, yeah, tomorrow when we wake up, we'll dismantle your bed and clean out your room. So unfortunately, that means I had to wait the night before we could start doing stuff. So I remember that I did actually end up sleeping in the bed that night. Like, I ended up just going to bed in the bed full of bed bugs. I don't know why I didn't just go sleep on the couch. But I ended up just sleeping in the bed that night, like with the knowledge that there were bed bugs in the bed. I was like, okay, well, this sucks. So next day, it's like a Saturday. I wake up and me and my dad start like cleaning my room. We throw out the bed frame. We threw out the mattress. I believe we just washed the pillows. We kept the pillows and we threw out the cylindrical pillow, and then we washed the other pillows like intensely. We took apart the entire bed frame. We took all the pieces out individually and threw it out the side of the road. I took everything out of my room, and we inspected it to make sure there wasn't any bed bugs. And then we started like deep cleaning my room, like just cleaning the hell out of it, because it was like, okay, we don't want to have bed bugs again. So we sat down and just cleaned everything. So we ended up getting rid of the bed bugs, because we deep cleaned the entire room. And then just to be safe, we checked all the other rooms in the house to make sure there weren't any bed bugs that were, being refugees in like the other rooms of the house or anything like that. Luckily there weren't. Did they bite you? Also, hello, Chrysons, first time chatter, welcome. So they did, and I know they did because before this happened, I would sometimes have like a bite mark on my body, and I didn't know what was causing it. I assumed it was like, okay, maybe like a spider or something accidentally bit me while I was in bed. And it wasn't like anything serious. Like, it was just like maybe like a little red dot or something. And I didn't like panic that much when I like, it was like, okay, like it's probably just like a one-time thing. And I didn't really notice it that much. But looking back at it now, it's like, yeah, I probably was getting bit by bed bugs constantly and I just didn't notice it. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Luckily we dealt with it. We basically threw out the entire bed frame and bed mattress. I ended up having to sleep on an air mattress in my room for like 2 to 3 days while we ordered a new mattress and a new bed frame. So now the mattress and bed frame I have now are actually pretty decent. I have a bed frame that's a metal bed frame that's low to the ground. And my mattress is pretty clean as well. And I also check every couple weeks to make sure there isn't anything weird on my mattress. And I wash the sheets and stuff constantly as well. So I haven't had bed bugs since. So yeah, so that worked. But that was such a weird thing too. It was like, oh my gosh, it was like, I can't believe I didn't notice these guys. So because it was like, with how many there were in the mattress and how many there were in the bed frame that I had, they probably were there for a while, and I just did not notice them because I never moved the pillow to look at the back of it. Because the only reason I even knew they were there was because they, like, on the back of the pillow, they were just like dead, like, skins of them. That's the only reason I ever found out, and it was because of that spider. The only reason I ever checked was because there was that little itty bitty spider that crawled behind my bed. So thank you, Mr. Spider, wherever you may be today. You were single-handedly the reason that I found out there were bed bugs in my bed, was because of that little spider. So I'm getting distracted. I apologize. But yeah, that's like the grossest thing that's happened, I think, at my house. Aside from the drain flies potato incident. But I make sure to try and avoid that happening again. Like dozens of bites of nights. Yeah, see, I didn't have dozens of bites. I don't know, like maybe I was just lucky. Because like I feel like if I had a bunch of bites all over my body, I would notice pretty quickly. But I don't remember having any sort of recollection of being bitten constantly. Like it really didn't trigger any red flags. Also, I'm gonna look at another reference image for this map real quick. Give me 1 second. But yeah, no, like always make sure to wash your sheets and check your mattresses every so often because you may never know if you have bed bugs or not. And I think it was probably because like I might have I don't know how I got bed bugs. That's like the thing that scared me was like I don't know how we actually ended up getting these bed bugs in my room only. Like it must have been like maybe we went on vacation sometime and like I tracked like I maybe brought bed bugs with me on accident. Or like they just happened to end up in my house and like out of all the beds and bed frames they ended up like congregating in my bed. Like I really don't know. I have no idea. But I'm looking at photos real quick. Like I'm trying to get like a reference photo real quick while I check this. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, that's a good reference photo. Okay. Yeah, so they had like they had like one row right here, and I believe they had like another row like right here probably, and then they had like a final row kind of more towards the what the heck? I don't know why that moved. Had like a more row like right here. Yeah, no, it's luckily I tend to keep track of that kind of stuff happening these days. Usually like I'm usually pretty good about cleaning in my house. Like it's not perfect because a lot of the time the messes in my house aren't made by me, so it's like, you know, I don't like cleaning them because like I didn't cause it, but you know, I do tend to clean around my house. If I had my own place, I'd probably be clean as hell because like I tend to pick up after myself and, you know, wash my own dishes after myself and all that kind of stuff, so it's like I'm usually pretty good about that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, let's work on these long lights here and just get like these set up because it looks like they only appear on this part of the map, like past this like little barrier here. So let's see, we need about quite a lot actually. Well, it's like 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see. It's a little bit of a weird setup they have going on here, but it's like okay. Interesting. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm just working on a pizzeria that I'm modeling right now for VR chat. It's a VR chat world, but it's also hopefully going to be on my portfolio for potentially taking world commissions in the future. Kind of just showing off that I can like make stuff like this from scratch. I mean, obviously we still haven't textured yet, so that's going to be interesting. Right now I'm just kind of like blocking out and modeling everything, and then start working on more specific assets individually, like separate, and then just import them in as... Actually, what'll probably end up happening is a lot of these like chairs and tables will be like separate prefabs that I just then will position. That way I can change them if I need to, like for whatever reason. So... But right now, like these lamps and lights, like these lights will probably be built into the world, but then like the actual lamps I make here will probably be their own separate asset, so... A magic dead rat in the toilet. Never had a rat problem in my house, luckily. Rats aren't really too common here. I mean, like, well, I mean, there are rats, but it's like, you know, we don't really get rats, at least in my house. I will say though, when I worked as a janitor, for a school district, a long time ago, one of the schools I had to clean actually had a spider infestation. And yes, it's about as bad as it sounds. One of the schools that I worked at, when I worked there for like a week, well, because like I cycled between schools and stuff, so it's like, you know, like it's not just like this school, it's like I was going between different schools for cleaning and stuff. But this one school in particular that I worked at for a week, had a very, very bad spider problem. Like it was kind of bad. It was definitely not good, I will say. Like, you know, because I worked during the summer, because this was when I was in high school and I worked as a janitor over the summer at the school. Like we would go from like room to room, and every room had like a couple spiders in it. Like it was like that. And even like outside on the playground, like on the walls of the school, like there would be like little holes the spiders were living in that we would have to spray them out and stuff. was definitely something. And we even came across freaking poisonous spiders. Like I think one of the rooms had like 2 brown recluses in it, and like if you don't know what a brown recluse is, like that's like one of the that's like the most venomous spider in my state is a brown recluse. Well, aside from black widow, but like they teach you about, you know, brown recluses and black widows when you're a kid, so it's like, hey, don't touch these guys, they're, you know, deadly. So it's like, you know, yeah, it ain't too good. Sorry, I'm just like positioning this to make sure I make it long enough, because I have to make these like specifically long. You know, it was interesting. That school had a lot of spiders. Also, if you don't know what the policy that schools tend to follow with this kind of stuff, usually what ends up happening is, like I think a few weeks before, okay, I got you. I still can't hear it, unfortunately, but here. That was good. Thank you. I don't know why I can't hear the audio. That pisses me off, but whatever. Who cares? But the policy that most schools tend to do is like I think 3 or 4 weeks before the kids are meant to come back to the school, they bring in like these guys, like pesticide people or whatever they're called, and they like spray the entire school with like pesticide or something, and it just kills all the bugs. Like it's just like they just like gas the entire school and kill all the bugs. So that's something that they do because like obviously like over the summer, like when there's really nobody in the school, like the bugs start to come in, you know, and it's like okay, it's interesting. Like it's kind of interesting. I don't know if you've ever been inside of a school when it wasn't open, like over the summer, because you don't really ever get a chance to go into a school like when it's not open if you're not part of the school or whatever. Like most of the time it's like you're either a student and then you go home after the day, or you're like, if you're a staff member and you work there, and it's like okay, like that makes sense. Summer school, I guess, yeah, but like not even summer school, because summer school you're still technically in a school, but I mean like being in a school when there's like no one there except you and some of your other janitor buds. Like I did that. I actually got to go back to my elementary school that I went to when I was in I got to go to the elementary school I went to when I was in high school. Like, no, I phrased that wrong. During my time as the janitor, when I was working working the summer of high school, I actually got the chance to go back to my elementary school. So I was able to like look around my elementary school that I had only ever been in when I was a student, and it's such a surreal experience. It's really cool. Like, because like you go to like, you know, your elementary school and like you just remember things. Like you remember like, oh, this is like the classroom where I did like 3rd grade, this is the classroom I did 5th grade in. So I was able to go to like each of the classrooms I went to, like kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. I was able to go back to all my classrooms I did those grades in, and like I was just like, I remember standing in the middle of the classroom like as a janitor by myself. And I was just like, damn, this is something. Like, this is a fucking memory right here. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's such an interesting sensation being able to go back to your high school, your elementary school, and just like revisit things and stuff. It was like, it felt like I went back in time, and I was like remembering all the times I had in elementary school, and like you know, the experiences I had, and like kind of coming to terms with the fact that like, oh shit, I'm not really a kid anymore, even though technically I was 17 still, but like I was 17 when I was working this job, but like it's just that like interesting realization, and it's like, damn, like I'm coming up on the finale, you know, like, oh damn, this is really cool. I don't know how to explain it. It's nice though. It's interesting. And I don't know if I'd ever change, I don't know if I'd ever say I'd regret it. It was good. It's a good experience. Um, really, I don't know how else to phrase it. It's like literally you just had to be there. So what's interesting is that the reason I took so for context, I took a summer job between my junior year and my senior year of high school. So during that summer, I picked up a job, and I picked up a job specifically at the school district that I was going to, and I was part of the janitor team that worked at cleaned up the elementary schools over the summer. So during the summer, it was 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. I would be cleaning and, doing stuff and whatnot, working with the other janitors and just basically cleaning up the schools and stuff, vacuuming, wiping things down, whatnot, all that kind of stuff. It actually wasn't too bad. At first it was a little bit tedious, but it actually was kind of nice. Just being able to chill. I mean, obviously I would have preferred being at home, but, as a job itself, it wasn't really that bad. I think it would be probably worse if I had to work there while there were kids. But when you're there over the summer, it's honestly not that bad. It's actually pretty okay. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Let's see. It's not exactly the same as this. It has a little bit of a dent at the top, which I believe is just simply, I could just simply do this. Would I take another janitor job again? Probably not, to be honest. I probably wouldn't because... Okay. If I absolutely had to, I probably would take a janitor job. If I don't have to deal with other people and I just clean the building, then yeah, I could see myself just taking up a janitor job, wearing headphones, listening to music while I clean. That would be fine. I think it'd become more of an issue if it's I have to deal with people directly. I think I would rather not have to do that. So that would probably be my my line that I would draw. But honestly, like I said, I don't remember it being too bad. Also, we're gonna go on a quick ad break real quick here because it's yelling at me to do an ad. So here. All right, boys. Which one of y'all is not who's subscribed? All right, we'll wait for the ad to end real quick here. Like I said, I wish I could not have to worry. I wish I didn't have to deal with ads on Twitch and I could just let you guys watch because it's not like I make much money anyway. It's who cares? But unfortunately, I don't think that's how that works. So. Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back from the ad break. But yeah, no, I could see myself taking up a don't forget the bundle with Progressive. Oh, dude, you just opened up a fucking core memory. Those fucking commercials, I swear. But I feel like this is way too thick to make this a little bit more skinny. Yeah, it's a little better. But yeah, no, I would probably take a janitor job. It depends on how much it pays, and it depends on what the work is. But I might be tempted. I'd be tempted maybe, depending on how things would go. So. It all depends on how it is. So I guess that's just that's how it always is. Man, dude, I'm about to try and make a wand system because that's the only cool way to interact with stuff I'm setting up right now. I mean, you have talked about wanting to set up a wand system, so I mean, I'll give you props for working, actually getting back to working on your Hogwarts map and getting that out. I honestly, the reason I pester you about it is just because like you always talk about wanting to do these other maps, but it's like I know for a fact like you put so much effort into the Hogwarts map, like you just gotta get it out at this point. Like this, it'll be wasted if you just don't do it. Like you really need to sit down and get that going. So that's why like I pestered you about it. Is just because I want you to get it out and stuff. So did I put a bulb in here? I don't know. I'm just adding a magic. I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's a shell of world. Like it could just be a world that looks nice, and that'd be perfectly fine. But yeah, no, like it's up to what you want. You know, if you want to add the magic, go for it. But just don't get taken over by like feature creep and such. Like at the end of the day, like even if you get it out right now, like that'd be fine. And like it does. I honestly wouldn't care too much about impact because like you're not really gonna make much impact. Like I'm just gonna be blunt. Like as much as I like to think that like when I release a world it'll have a big impact, like I know it's not. It's like, okay, cool, like maybe some people will see it, but I mean people will come to visit it over time. It's not like everyone's gonna visit it at once and then forget about it, so it's like who cares? It just depends. This'll be a shell. I mean, not really. I mean there's plenty of maps that are just like pretty looking and that's it, and they're fine. I'm also going for quest compatible. Good fucking luck making it quest compatible. You know, I talked about wanting to make this map quest compatible, but I'm not going to stress about it if I can't, because like I just don't care. Then again, I mean, like I guess it depends on what kind of things people want to commission for worlds, like if they want it to be quest compatible or not. I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out when I actually get to the point where the world's done. I'll just figure out like what do I need to compress and what do I need to fix up and stuff, because I don't know. I should make it quest compatible, but I also just kind of don't feel like it, so yeah. Shit, what do I need to do with this? I probably should just put like a bulb here or something, huh? But I really don't feel like modeling an entire bulb, so I'm just gonna be lazy about this, and I'm just gonna take this like entire dome. What is going on here? Oh. I'm gonna duplicate this. Rotates this 180 degrees. Now, is this being lazy? Probably. Is it smart? Yeah, it works. Might be a little bit too big though. I'll make it like a little bit more reservative maybe. I feel like that's still too small. Maybe like this big maybe? That's good enough. But yeah, all I have left to do is audio sources changes, so I don't have them all active, and putting placeholders for rewards and chests until I get the wands done. Yeah. Well, you got to get that work done before you do anything else. So, like right now, my to-do list is so like I did my team meeting with my teammate yesterday, and I already have a to-do list of things I have to work on for the Spooktality project that I'm hoping to get done by next Saturday. So I have a list of that stuff I have to do. The pizzeria, as you can see, is currently just kind of getting stuff going. I mean, I have to make a list of all the prefab assets I need to make so I can start working on those. Yeah, pizzeria is really just starting to get the more specific assets made. Like the prefab assets and such. Obviously texturing and UV layout and stuff, which I could probably do a whole dev stream of just sitting down and like unwrapping all the stuff and making sure that it looks okay. That could be a whole dev stream in of itself, honestly, which we'll probably do that another time. Probably not tonight, because tonight's just kind of setting up some extra models and stuff. I still need to sit down and start working on the kitchen layout, kind of figure out like what model's going to go where and stuff. That's going to be interesting to figure that out. I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far. I'm actually super happy. The outside area is going to be interesting because, I mean, I got to make like some extra outside assets. I got to make like template buildings that I can just duplicate and change a little bit of. I I basically got the world boundary set up, so I don't think I showed this off last stream, but I actually got like this extra section over here done. So like you're not gonna come over here, but it's literally just meant to be like a world boundary. So if you look around the corner, you won't see, you'll just see buildings. Because like the world boundary is gonna be like right here, so you won't be able to go past this way. And like on the same thing on this side as well. Like yeah, that's kind of my plan. And then I'll hopefully have some a tree line on the outside as well. And then I still haven't done much with the back alley yet. Like that's going to be its own thing probably. So we'll get around to that point. But I'm happy with how it's coming along so far. So yeah, it's actually turning out really great. Like I, like it's honestly like for so long I wanted to do a pizzeria. So it's like nice to actually be able to finally sit down and start working on it. Honestly, I think it's mainly just the whole like building a portfolio that's really kind of driving me to get this finished, because to be completely honest with you, ever since I was talking to my friend Legends about the whole, you know, what's it called, ever since I was talking to my friends Legends about the whole like commission stuff. I'm not commissioning him for anything, by the way, so don't worry about that. I'm not commissioning him for anything. It's just like he's a friend of mine, and I was just talking to him about it because I was just genuinely interested. And like I just selected. Ever since I talked to him about it, it's like it's kind of been on my mind. Like I know I could do it. I know I could sit down and do a world commission. Like I could totally do that. Like I know it's possible, but I think the biggest problem is I really don't. Oh my god, I did not mean to do that. God damn it. The biggest problem I have right now is I just don't have much to show off. Like I have the Wanderer, yeah, but I feel like that's not going to convince people. I feel like I need to make like more specific assets and more specific types of worlds and stuff. Like I my biggest problem for the past like couple years is really just the fact that what am I doing? Is I've just had like nothing to show off. I've only had one world, technically two if you consider the Ark one, but I've only had one actual world that I like could actually show as my own, and I've been working on it constantly, but I feel like it's kind of flawed, and it's one of those things where it's like I want to work on something entirely like new from scratch that can show off my current skills, and I've just never gotten around to it because I just wasn't motivated enough. But now it's like, okay, well, if I'm kind of serious about doing these you know world commissions, then I need to have something I can show off outside of the Wanderer. And we also had the whole thing where like we wanted to do pizza delivery. We wanted to do the pizza delivery stuff, and I've been talking about wanting to make a pizzeria for quite a while. And you know, the time kind of came when it was like, oh yeah, you know, if I need to make a world for pizza delivery, if I need to make a world for like showing off commissions and stuff, then you know I should also make the same world that's for the pizzeria and stuff too. Like that way I could like, you know, maybe kill two birds with one stone, and I could actually kind of have that going. So that's kind of why the pizzeria became a thing, because now it's like, okay, I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm making the pizzeria map that I've always been talking about wanting to make, and I'm making something for my portfolio that I can then just show off to people, and I could be like, hey, like I made literally everything in this map from scratch. Like everything in this map is made by me. And I take commissions. So if you're looking for someone to make a world from scratch for you, then I am your guy. Now, as for pricing, I don't really know. I think like in my mind, the pricing for commissioning a world is like, okay, you're asking me for a commission. That means that I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make this entire world from scratch. Oh, isn't actually a lovely world. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's not that no, like the Wanderer. I'm not saying the Wanderer is bad. Like I love the Wanderer. I mean, it's my love child. Like I love that. I love the Wanderer. It's my baby. I just feel like there are a couple of assets, like especially inside, that like I could totally make better now, and I just haven't done that yet. Holds a lot of memories. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like I know a lot of people tell me that they find the Wanderer nostalgic because they remember it from a long time ago. And don't worry, when winter comes, we will have snow again. It's a seasonal thing. So we have snow at the Wanderer comes from, I believe it's November until March. That's when we have snow. It's a seasonal thing, so you just gotta wait for winter to come around again and we'll have snow. That's what I always do. So, but yeah, no, I've had people come up to me and tell me that they really enjoy the Wanderer and they find it really nostalgic and stuff, and they really love it. And like I love that. I'm glad you guys really like it. I will use the Wanderer on like a portfolio because it's like, you know, I've worked on it for so long. I'm just like worried that the maps, some of the map assets don't really add up to like the current quality that I possess. Because like some of those interior furniture assets are a few years old at this point, and I feel like I could probably do better. So that's why like part of me is like, okay, I wanna go back and actually redo them, and it's just hard to do that because, you know, now I'm like working on all this stuff. So you use a nostalgia person? Yeah, and like I said, I've had people come up to me and talk about like how they find the map so nostalgic, because I sometimes forget myself that I've had the Wanderer for like what 5-6 years at this point. Like it's a world from 2018 that I've been updating ever since. So there are people that like have been there in the early days and then still come by to see. So, oh man, it's an old map. I don't mind it though. I'm glad people enjoy it though. It makes me happy knowing people still find fun and enjoyment in it. Okay, see, like this lamp right here is kind of like risen up a little bit, so we're gonna kind of adjust this model. Actually, we're gonna do it like this. I can just raise that up a little bit. There we go. Hope that doesn't look too weird. Here, we're gonna actually add some variety to the height, because not all of these are the same height. So this one's like this. This one's like this. You know, I do apologize if I sound like I'm hating on my own map. I'm not. I genuinely love the Wanderer. It's like I said, that map is the reason I was able to get to this point. I just fear sometimes, like, if I show it off on the portfolio, if it's not going to be like a good quality. But then I realize, like, that's fine, because it's one of those things where it's like I could tell people like, yeah, this is like my first map I made and I've worked on it for a few years, like adjusting, like updating it and like learning new things as I did it. So it's not perfect, but it's like I still think it's okay. And then like I show off maps like this where it's like I don't plan on really updating this map once I finish it, aside from like maybe like holiday stuff. But it's like it's a showcase of what I know at the time and such. So it's a bit of a different intention, but still nonetheless impactful. So, oh, that looks nice. Look at that. We need to get the ceiling fan actually modeled. Actually, let's do a little walk inside. Let's just drop down. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to boot up my Steam VR and actually show you guys what it looks like in Blender in VR, but I kind of don't feel like turning off like Warudo and stuff to do that. I'm kind of lazy. Breaststroke. Yes, we walk inside the front doors. We've got these like basic lights up here, which I don't think I need these lights right here. You know what I'm probably gonna do? I'm probably gonna take these like string lights and put like one right there, and then I'm gonna get rid of this row and then like bring these two up a bit more, because I don't think I need this many. So we're gonna actually do that. So we're gonna do like, because like by the way, for anyone curious, I am kind of referencing this place after like a real life location, but I'm not making it 1-to-1. It's not going to be a 1-to-1 like recreation of that location. It's going to be basically kind of its own thing. Like I'm not going to name it the same. It's like how the Great Pug is kind of a reference to a real life bar. It's kind of like the same deal, honestly. So, all right, so we're going to take this. So what if we put like maybe this little guy right here, maybe something like that, and then like put this one right over here. There we go. We can do something like that maybe. We'll see how that looks later. I know for a fact one of the things in this image is that there is a ceiling fan in the back here, and I have another photo actually, like I don't have to pull up on screen, but I know there's at least 3 ceiling fans. There's one that's supposed to be right here, there's one that's supposed to be right here, and I believe there might be one more that's right here, but I know there's at least one that's supposed to be like right here. Oh, and then there's also the vents on the ceiling as well, which, yeah. Do you have a story with the cupboard world? Oh, yeah, so the cupboard is actually the main motivation for why I made The Wanderer, because back in early 2018, I stumbled upon the cupboard, and I actually became very good friends, and I still am good friends with the creator of the cupboard, and a lot of my close friends that I'm friends with right now, I actually met there as well. But the reason that I referenced the cupboard so much in The Wanderer is because I became motivated to work on VRChat Worlds because I loved the cupboard so much. I really thought it was like a really nice looking and cool world, and it really inspired me to sit down and like try and figure out how to make my own worlds. It was a combination of like, yeah, being inspired by the cupboard because I really enjoyed how it was like laid out and stuff, and then also just like this feeling of wanting my own place in VRChat to call home. I know it sounds weird, but like The Wanderer is kind of like my home in VRChat. Like that's how I view it in a way. Like it's where I live, if that makes any sense. I know it's like a weird thing, but like having my own place that I can point at and be like, this is I made this world. This is my world. Like I wanted something like that, so that's why I made The Wanderer, and also just because the cupboard is really good. I recommend, if you haven't, go check out. I don't remember which version of the cupboard it is. It's the most recent version. It's like the one that's almost 300 megabytes. It's a big file size, but like it's really good. Like it's very nice. I highly recommend it if you ever get the chance. Definitely go check it out. But yeah, like the cupboard is the cupboard's a very special place to me, and I wanted to reference it in The Wanderer, and that's why I do. Because without the cupboard, there would be no Wanderer. And without The Wanderer, I probably never would have gotten into creatively making stuff, to be honest. I never would have improved my skills and gotten to the point that I am at now. So that's definitely a thing. Okay, so we're gonna model a basic ceiling fan. So what we're gonna do is I have a reference image that I'm going to look at. I believe I took this picture. Oh no. I was at a VRChat World that had really nice ceiling fans that I wanted to like take a picture of and reference, but I actually didn't take a picture. I guess I'll just have to look up an image online, actually. I might actually use these models in The Wanderer too, by the way. Like I might take these ceiling fans I'm gonna model and actually put them in The Wanderer as well. What kind of ceiling fans should I model? Let's see. The ones that are in the pizzeria that I'm referencing have like they have like 4 lights coming out the bottom and then 1 light on the bottom. Worth looking. It almost does more again. Yeah, there are technically 2 versions of the cupboard. There's the old version, which is I believe before it's before Udon, and it has like the encounters and stuff, if you're familiar with those, like the jailbird and all that. The new version is the version that I believe, is the udon version that has like more proper lighting and such, and a bit more quality. Like it's definitely a higher quality world. It just doesn't have the encounters though. So I recommend checking out both. The first one is the one that I'm more nostalgic for. And the new one I still really like. But you know, those encounters though are still really fun in the old one as well. We're gonna make some basic ceiling fans. So let's start with getting like some images. Wait. This should be fine. That's a good enough image, I think. You could somehow access old versions of worlds. Oh no, like it's a separately uploaded world. So the old version of the cover is still its own separate world from the new version, because you know my LC actually uploaded a separate version for the new version. So it's not like he overrid the old version. It's that he just made an entirely separate world. That's how that works. So, I'm sorry for the confusion there. Yeah, I forget. Yeah. New world, eh? Yeah, it's a pizzeria, Zaka. I'm modeling a pizzeria and the environment around it. So it's this is a I'm making a pizzeria world both for the pizza delivery streams that I do, but then also as a portfolio for potentially taking future world commissions. So I'm currently working on modeling it right now. It's coming along pretty good so far. Like this is the pizzeria right here, and then all this is just outside scenery, like it's a street side. I haven't worked on detail yet. I've been working on the modeling for it all and such. So it's still a work in progress. But it's coming along pretty good so far, so I'm very happy. It's still got a long ways to go, I would say. I still need to. I just realized that whole section actually needs a. Okay, yeah, let's do that right now because I'm gonna forget if I don't do this. It's still got a bit of a ways to go, but I am happy with the progress. So, yeah, hope you're doing well, Sokka. Like I said, I'm hopefully aiming towards eventually doing world commissions, so that is part of the reason why I am putting in the efforts that I am into making this map, because I mean, hey, you know, you gotta pay the bills somehow, you know what I mean? And hey, I just so happen to know how to make VRChat worlds, and like apparently there's a demand for it, so I mean, hey. Looking forward to seeing it in VRC. It's gonna be a while. I don't have an ETA for when this will be done. Unfortunately, it will not be done before next Wednesday, which is when we do pizza delivery. This is definitely a side project because I actually have a time-sensitive project I'm working on right now, which is for Spooktality. But that one's currently on track, so I have time to work on this as well while I work on that too. So yeah, this is definitely not a time-sensitive project, and I'm kind of just doing it like on the side while I work on a more time-sensitive Spooktality map project, which is coming along nicely, by the way, guys. I can't wait to show off more of that when we get more done. Oh yeah, we just worked on these lamps. That's what I was modeling a second ago. Just kind of getting those set up here. The top lamps, and then I need to make ceiling fans. So it's like I have two more things I have to do for the ceiling. I have to model some. I'm gonna model some basic ceiling fans just for the scenery, just to like get a good feel. And then I have, if you see the little image right here, little smoke detector kind of thing here. Oh, Sam, you want me to get a drink? Okay, I actually don't have any more water, so I'm going to AFK real quick. I need to go grab a drink. So if you guys don't mind, I will be gone for just a second. I'm gonna run an ad while I go AFK just so you guys don't get any more like pre-roll ads. So I'll be right back. Okay, wait, I'm back. Let me get my headphones on. Okay. Okay, so answer your question. I believe this is a smoke detector. Yeah, I'm not exactly too sure what it is, but there's another one right here. So I think this might be a smoke detector, or it could be like a microphone. Oh, we do also have security cameras as well, like really basic security cameras. So I need to model those too. But we're gonna model a ceiling fan first, and I have a reference image for a ceiling fan actually. I want to bring it into the scene real quick, but I need to take it from here. Oh, never mind. I don't actually have to. Sorry, I have it open on another browser. I could just look at it to my right here. Oh yeah, Latios count. Oh my god, guys. Oh, my drink's right here. Okay, dude, I was about to say, like, where'd my drink go? Okay, thank you for the drink. I appreciate it. Oh, you know what? It's probably a vent. Yeah, you're right. That's probably just a vent for air. Because to be honest, I don't think they had any like vents on the floor. So this is probably just air. This is probably just This is literally probably just like air, a vent. Yeah. We're gonna model a ceiling fan first, and I did just say I wasn't going. Oh my gosh, I'm a dumb. Guys, I literally have a ceiling fan picture right here, actually. There we go. Okay. That's what the ceiling fan looks like in the restaurant. This is what it looks like. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna make it that complicated. That's a little bit extravagant. I mean, that's kind of cool though. I'm looking up at it right now. But this is the ceiling fan that they had that I took a picture of. Are you winning? I'm heading towards winning, I guess. Lipson. Hello, welcome. First time shatter. But yeah, this is a ceiling fan model that I probably will need to make this eventually. This actually is kind of detailed now that I look at it more closely. Like all these like little divots and such. I could probably do normal maps for this, but that would have to learn how to like paint normal maps. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't even need to be like directly modeled onto the topology. I could actually make this a whole normal map and stuff. Okay, well for now let's get rid of like all of this for a second. We're just gonna model a ceiling fan first. I'm not gonna care about anything else. Search or world origin. We're just gonna focus on modeling a ceiling fan, and then go from there. So we're gonna start with a cylinder, I guess. That's really the only way we can do this. I'm not gonna worry about sizing right now. I'm just gonna keep it proportional, and then I'll adjust the sizing later. So we're kind of thinking like we've got something like this probably. I think what it is that there's also like this, and then that's a little bit too big. I think there's something more like this, and then like having like a little open slot right here. Well, actually, we'll probably do like, that's like a multi-stage, I think, where it's like, that's probably not how this is gonna go, but we'll see. But welcome to the stream. I am currently modeling for a pizzeria that I am creating as a part of my portfolio for future world commissions. And also because I need a pizzeria in VR chat for, for pizza delivery. So that is currently what I'm working on. Although I'm more known for my innkeeping in VR chat more than anything, but I do occasionally do these dev streams. Not all the time, but, sometimes I will. Just because, it is nice to do them, so. I'm pretty sure it's a vent. Yeah, I don't doubt you. I'm pretty sure it's a vent, too. Like this is definitely a vent now that I look at it a little bit closely. So, that actually wouldn't be too hard to model. That's just like a cylinder with like a bit of a bevel, and then like you have these circle discs, which I could totally just make pretty quickly, and then just like the cross section here, and then that's honestly pretty much what it is. So Yeah. But if we're gonna focus on making a mock-up for the for this right now, I gotta bevel this all later, but it's fine. This is actually kind of difficult because, like, well, what I think it is that there's the central section, which comes out like down, which I believe is actually probably even smaller than this, and it comes down. And then this is the part where like the ceiling fans attach and actually spin around, and then there's like this section that is, let's see. I'm kind of just half-assing right now, so I do apologize if this looks a little weird. Like this, and then I think what we're gonna do, no, if we're gonna do like the 4 bits right here, then that's gonna be like central piece coming down. I might have to redo this whole bottom part actually, because I think it's a cylinder. It's like a cylinder flat, and then there's a bevel, and then it extrudes, but then it squeezes down, and then it goes straight down all the way to the bottom, and that's not what mine is. So we're gonna kind of redo that. So we'll do like this part right here that we're currently at is currently like right here. So what this is that we extrude down, we size it down a little bit like that. We'll add some extra beveling to here as well, just to give it that kind of feel. And then I'll move this down just a little bit, and a little bit extra beveling as well, like something like that. And that's gonna have like the normal map and stuff, and then we'll kind of inset this in a little bit here, and then extrude this down to about there, I would say. And like this indent right here is where the fans will attach, I believe. And then this indent down here is where the lamps are. And I can keep that probably just like this for now. And then we could probably give it some insets. So actually we'll probably do straight down first. Make it go down a little bit. With like this inset. Make it go down a little bit. Like this. Squeeze that out a little bit. And then no, that's not how that's gonna be. Definitely gonna be just like one face. Like that. Have you ever had any kind of art block with Blender? Like you can't, like you want to create, in case you can't have a big block of like months, it's hard to come back. Oh no, you're absolutely fine if English is not your first language. I understand. Don't worry. I understand what you're saying. I have. Well, okay. I have to think about that because I've had moments where it's like on certain days, like I want to work on stuff, but I just can't bring myself to do it because I'm just like tired or I just don't feel like it. I don't think I could really say that I've had an art block where I just can't do anything for Blender for long periods of time, because like I've had times where like I optionally take a break, and I think that's a very important thing. Like if you're working on big projects like this, like if you finish like a big project, you should totally like take a week or two off from just working on stuff just to kind of relax. And I think because I've done that, where like I'll work on a big project and then I finish it and then I take a break and then I start working on the next one after my break, I think that's kind of helped me prevent burnout. So be sure to like take breaks when you're doing big projects. And if you're having trouble starting a project, I mean, I think what I would say is try to do at least a little bit every day. Like even if it's something minor, like work on something, even if it's like one single thing, like just do it. And as long as you get at least a little bit done on the project every day, you'll eventually start making some progress regardless. It's better than doing nothing. So try not to be overwhelmed by the entire scope of the project. Try to focus on maybe like one small goal. Like, for instance, with my pizzeria, maybe it's like, okay, my one goal of today is maybe to sit down and get like a ceiling fan modeled. Or my goal for today is to just get maybe a few lights made or something. Or my goal for today is to maybe do some texturing for like a certain part of the map. Like, try not to stress too much about the entire scope of the project and try to focus on small, manageable goals that you can do in a short time. And I would say if you're trying to come back into Blender, just do something small. Like make something that you really want to make. Like, don't make something that you're not interested in. For me, it's like, I love prehistoric animals, so I would totally love to sit down and try and 3D model a prehistoric animal in Blender. I just haven't done it yet because I've been working on all these projects. But I hope that advice helps you. Try to keep the scope kind of small. Try to focus on small goals every day. Get a little bit done every day, and that should help you build up to getting a full project finished in time. I'm the all or nothing kind of guy. That's fair. Like I said, if your project has a time limit, like a deadline, then I mean that's a case where it's like, okay, is the deadline for like a job, or are you getting paid for it? Because honestly, with me, it's like, if there's money involved, then like that's more than enough motivation for me to sit down and really, lock in. But if it's just like a preset deadline that you have set yourself, like, don't stress too much about it. I mean, you could still try and keep it, but if there's no consequence to it, then don't stress too much about it. But if you set yourself a deadline and you tell people that that's the deadline, then that's something that's like, okay, now your reputation's on the line, so you gotta kind of lock in. But that's just me rambling. I do apologize. That's not really my intention. So sorry, I'm like rambling a little bit. I wonder if I made this a little bit too long. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because like I can't see like how long this is, but I don't get money. I should learn. Oh, learning Blender so you can try and get a job. Okay. See, that's still like a good motivation for like, you might get paid to eventually work on stuff in Blender. So honestly, that right there would be motivation enough for me to be like, okay, I need to start building a portfolio. Let's start like modeling things I like, or like things that would be interesting. I would start with like individual props, like model some individual props that actually look pretty decent. Maybe texture them. Give it like some good lighting in Blender, take some good render images, and then start compiling a portfolio. Because that's the big thing, is like, people won't know you exist until you have some kind of way that they can see the work you've done. Because for me, it's like, I'm basically invisible on the internet. Like, most people don't know who I am. I don't really have that much stuff out there. Like like, that's why I'm working on all this, because it's like, okay, I want to start putting stuff out there more that could actually be useful. Okay, we're gonna model some really basic ceiling fans real quick here, because I need to have something basic done here real quick. How long do you think this should be? Well, the ceiling blade will come like right about to the bottom. Okay, I'm running into a bit of a problem here where the ceiling fans probably need to be like here. Okay, see, this is why we do this. Ooh. But yeah, my big piece of advice that keeps me going when it comes to working on projects is, quite honestly, just the fact that I get a little, I just try to like do a little bit every day, and eventually you will reach a point where you have gotten pretty much most of what you need done. So yeah, just do a little bit every day, and hopefully you don't get too overwhelmed by that. And try not to take on too big projects that you can't handle. Try to do something kind of minimal, something small, something like manageable. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you can only do as much as you are able to physically do. So don't stress too much if you can't do a project. That's like the whole reason I was so hesitant about I would say like the whole reason I was even so hesitant about doing commissions for such a long time is honestly like just because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to. Oh, what was it? Oh, you just followed? Thank you. Yes, I am from the United States. I am from this southern United States. I don't exactly have the most powerful southern accent, but you know, you live here for long enough, you start to kind of talk in that way. So I appreciate your compliment. Thank you. Most people don't compliment me on my accent because it's not really like super noticeable. You know, like I go like y'all, you know, like what y'all doing? What y'all doing? So yeah, I'm from the United States though. You were absolutely correct about that. Oh wait, I have to. Yeah, there we go. If I may ask, are you from the U.S. as well? I run into a lot of people that are from different places of the world. Like one of the patrons to the Innkeeping, which is a stream stuff that I do in VR chat, like where I host an instance. He was actually from Bangladesh, and I thought that was really cool. I've never met someone from Bangladesh before, so that was a really interesting experience. He's a cool guy. Yeah, these ceiling fans are definitely gonna need some work, I think. Especially considering it's a little. Oh, you're not from the U.S. Okay, yes, that's why I assumed since you said English wasn't your first language, so I assumed as much. So. You do not have to tell me where you're from, by the way. If a streamer asks you where you live, you probably shouldn't tell them. I'm just saying, guys, just look it out. I'm just looking out for the boys, you know. Sam, what is with your fixation on having me drink constantly? Thank you. I will drink though. Thank you. I'm surprised you're still watching, Sam. You usually don't watch my streams. He just doesn't care about me, guys. I'm surprised he's even watching still. Oh, you know what? I'm not happy with how the ceiling fan turned out, but since this is literally just a prototype, I could probably live with this. Also, I just realized that I probably should have another section, like, right here. Because I forget to drink when I'm... No, okay, I don't have that problem. I actually do drink when I stream. Like, I totally don't have that issue. I am Giga Chad. It works out right now. Are we gonna get a Samuel the One cameo? What the hell is happening here? Get that out of there. Samuel the One, is he gonna cameo on the stream? Yeah, we can just mirror this, I guess. There we go. We'll do 4 fans, right? Yeah. There we go. Honestly, that does look kind of weird. I think I made it a little bit too far down. I think this whole thing needs to be like squashed. You're Russian, by the way? Oh, okay. I hope you're not like getting in trouble by watching this stream, but I don't know if you're actually in Russia right now, but I mean, hey, I'm just saying. I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm just saying. What was the temperature in your city today? Oh, the temperature? Okay, I don't know what it is in Celsius, but I'll look it up in Fahrenheit and convert it for you real quick. He's trying to geolocate where I am based on what temperature it is right now. It's been in like the 80s, 80 Fahrenheit, which I believe, if I do some quick math real quick for Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius, 26 degrees Celsius. It's not been super hot. Like 34 Celsius is like 100 plus degrees, which is crazy. Like that happens here sometimes, but like it's not constant. I'm free, I guess, too. About to start trying to create matches. Yeah, no, Sam, like, let me know if you want to jump cameo on the stream. We can talk about stuff. That's fine. It's up to you though. I'll have to get like another image of you on the stream, if I have one available. Yeah, the cameo. That's up to you though. Just hit me up. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm even modeling here at this point. I'm kind of confused. I think I made this way too low. I have to bring this whole thing up a little bit like that, and then bring this whole thing up a little bit like that. A little bit better. And then I'm pretty sure this whole thing is like way too, yeah, that's a little better. It's not perfect, but hey, that's we're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for block out. That's all, just to get the idea of what we're working for. Okay, let's see. So we got the fan part. We could probably start working on the extensions for the lamp. Okay, first thing we'll do, real basic. Let's just get like a really basic like this, and then you do not have to convert. That's fine. I'm more than happy to just do my calculator real quick. It's really not that hard. Don't feel pressured to convert your temperature. Trust me. Us Americans are weird. We use like an entirely different measuring system for the rest of the world. We're just crazy like that. So America. Yeah, America. I think that should be sufficient, right? Yeah, kind of. We'll go with that. I love America. Okay, real story, by the way. Yesterday, I went shopping, you know, because I usually go shopping on a Saturday for, you know, restocking on things, right? So I decide I had to go to the store, and I had to get gas because I was out of gas for my car. So while I'm at the store, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy a Powerball ticket. I have never done Powerball before, so I have no idea how it worked. So I was like, you know what? It's one of those days where it's like I'm at the store getting gas, and there's lottery tickets. So like I buy one lottery ticket and I buy a Powerball. Because, like, you know, you have, like, pocket change and you don't ever use it, so it's like, you might as well just use it for something. So I ended up getting a Powerball ticket and the lottery ticket. I will go ahead and spoil it for you. I did not win any money, unfortunately. But the reason I tell this story is because my friend, the night, I was like, sorry, I decided to go get a burger before I got the ticket, before I actually went to scratch out the ticket, because I was like, good luck? Okay, let's get a burger just for good luck, you know? Hey, we won? And no, we did not win, chat. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, Wildclaw did not win the Powerball. None of my numbers even matched, by the way. I just want you to note. So unfortunately, Fat L for Wildclaw. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Even if I won the lottery, I probably wouldn't tell any of you guys. Like, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. Like, I would not tell any of you at all. Like, I would keep it under wraps. I would be like, no one is going to know. And the reason I say that is because like how crazy do you think people are gonna get if they find out like a friend of theirs won the lottery? Like, I guarantee you, if I told Sam, he'd be like, "Wow, Claw, could you give me like some of that money?" You got the ball for power. Okay, sorry for the non-Americans out there. The Powerball is a countrywide lottery where every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday they draw a bunch of random numbers in like, I think it's like 6 random numbers, and if your ticket matches all the numbers on the drawing, then you win the jackpot, which is like $100 million right now, I think. So it's entirely a game of chance, where it's like you could just pull a bunch of random numbers, and if they match with the ones that get pulled during the drawings, you basically win the jackpot. It's literally just gambling. It really is literally just gambling. The tickets only cost like $2, so they're really not that bad. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you have pocket change, you might just sometimes be tempted to do it. Because like, why not? Sorry, I'm adjusting the size of this because I feel like this is a little bit. There's like the Mega Millions. I think there's something called Mega Millions as well. That's also another one of those kind of things. But like for the most part, I think Powerball is like the big one that people know of. So that's probably a little bit too not flat. That makes sense now. Yeah, but I decided to get a ticket just because I was like at the gas station getting gas, and they sell, gas stations are the kind of places where you can get lottery tickets because they always like sell them there. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just grab one because why not? Stop with the freaking rehydrate, Sam. You did it like 5 minutes ago. It's fine. I'm gonna have to go refill my drink at this point. Oh my god. You're killing me, bro. I should get this bitch on stream. Sorry, guy on stream. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That was rude. Sam is not in fact a bitch. He is my friend. Sam, if I Discord call you, are you gonna answer? I don't think he's gonna answer the Discord call, guys. He's dodging the allegations. He's dodging the allegations. Are we going to confront Sam Ethan 1 about the Hogwarts allegations? Oh, wait, do I have Discord enabled on stream? Could you guys actually hear Discord if I do this? Wait. Okay, before we start questioning him about the Hogwarts allegation, actually make sure I have Discord enabled. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, I'll be honest. I was totally ready to actually just call him. For all your lottery. I didn't win the lottery though. I haven't won the lottery yet though. You crazy. This dude's crazy. Oh man. No, but seriously, like if you win the lottery, you have to just not tell anyone. Like that is like the best course of action. Do not tell a single soul that you have won the lottery, because you will be putting yourself at risk if you do. Especially because like people will come out of the woodwork that didn't really care about you before, but like now that you won, it's like, oh dude, hey, I could totally like use some money, it's like, yeah, but I will have this clip for the future when you do. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, just don't tell people you won the lottery, guys. It's really that easy. Just don't. Also, we're gonna be lazy. We're just gonna use a curve. I don't feel like figuring all that jumbo mumbo out. Where's my curves? I guess there's like a NURBS curve. Yeah, that should probably work. I know you guys can't see the settings. I'm standing in front of them. I'm sorry. 1. I think 0.01 is probably good enough, right? Yeah, for what we're doing. That's fine. We'll play 0.02 maybe. No, 0.01. The fewer in the know, the better. Yeah. It's also literally just a case of safety. Like you never know if like someone's going to target you for your winnings. Like it could be like one moment. It could literally be a case of like like fucking crazy people. I'll hop on in again sometime. Okay. My stream schedule is Wednesday and Friday nights. That's when I tend to do my streams. Unfortunately, if you're like European and stuff, it might be really late at night for you, so I do apologize. I don't usually stream this early. So, but it was nice meeting you. Thank you for coming by, Christine. Bye. Don't most lies make you accepted in the public as opposed to public. I think you could be an odd, but I don't actually know how the lottery stuff works. I'm pretty sure you could be anonymous if you choose to. I think it's like you could just wear a mask as well. Like, I guess it depends on if they publicly say your name. I believe you can be anonymous. I don't know why they wouldn't let you be anonymous. That just seems like such a weird thing to not allow you to do. I would find that a little bit weird if they didn't let me be a non-amiss, you know? Get it? Aha. Haha, and might I add. Oh. I'm trying to... There we go. That's definitely not gonna look good, but it's okay. Oh my god, stop. I don't even do this on your stream. I should just refund you your points, honestly. Okay, wait. So we're trying to do like this, so maybe like have it be more like that, maybe? But you fart on my stream? Okay, well that's your problem for having an option for that. It's really funny. Like, first off, it's funny. It's just really funny, dude. I'm a simple man. It just makes me laugh. Is that too far? At least I have humor. I'm just saying. Okay, I think that should be good enough. And then we'll put like a little cap on the end, and then I'll be the I'll be that. So we're gonna actually convert this into mesh now, because I don't need it to be like this anymore. Where is my convert button? Object, right? Convert. There we go. There we go. I just rip a fat one, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shut up now. Nah, honestly, this whole stuff with the lottery is just like, I mean, like, it's just, you know, it would be too easy to just win the lottery, you know, like, you gotta work for it. I mean, like, it'd be cool, you know, but like, I don't think fate's gonna make it that easy for me to be successful in life. I do think that it's definitely gonna be telling me that I need to try and put more effort into things, you know. Well, it sounds like it may be dependent on, not based on state. Oh yeah, Powerball is usually like a state, like a nationwide thing. There's like a couple states that don't do it, but most gas stations you can get Powerball tickets, and all it is just like, they tell you like, hey, do you want to pick your numbers, or do you want it to be random? So it's like, it just randomly generates numbers, and then it's just like a ticket, and it's like, okay, if the ticket matches the numbers that get pulled every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then, you know, you basically win. So it's like, it's really just a game of chance at that point. It's literally just, are you going to get lucky picking the right numbers, or are you not going to get lucky? That's literally all it is. I mean, then again, gambling is all just about luck most of the time anyway, so I mean, it's not really that crazy. At least in my mind, usually. Is that good enough? Maybe it's not like big enough, maybe. Yeah, because like what I'm thinking is so what we're gonna do like that, and then we'll just have like what Paige says, like 18 states allow lottery to come anonymously, maybe quite months. Yeah. So the way it works is, I think the payout is like you can either get a lump sum of the cash over the course of like several years, or you can get like all of it at once, but it's like it's a little bit cut. So you can either have them pay you out the money over the course of like 20 plus years, or you could just get all the money at once, which I think doing it over the 20 years is actually probably more advantageous, because that means you don't have to worry about your money being spent.
Chat, he
don't love me no more. He didn't pick up Sag. Wait, did you try to call me? Oh, no. I'm sorry. My Discord. Sorry, no, I have streamer mode on. Wait. That's not fair. Hey. Wait, no, I'm calm right now. Hello? You better pick up. Alright, we're calling him, chat. We're calling him. Ring. That's so true, Lipsum. Yeah. It's maybe just an American thing, because you can buy lottery tickets at the gas station. That's just how it is. I'm walking my fish. You don't have a fish. Oh my god. Chad, he doesn't love me. Chad, he thinks I'm crazy. Oh, he hung up. Yikes. Oh, wait. Hello? Are you there? Hello? Guys, he picked up the phone, but he's not talking. I think he's crazy.
I'm watching you.
There he is. Oh my god.
I can see you.
Hello guys. Welcome to the stream. Today we are asking Sam Ethan One about the allegations regarding Hogwarts. Would you like to comment on this?
The allegations? Yeah, I'm hoping to get this map out by the end of next month.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm echoing a little bit. I'm talking like I'm freaking down an alleyway right now in a tunnel.
Oh.
Do you have me like dual audio?
Wait, what? Oh.
I'm echo.
Oh, okay, wait. I'm sorry. So I have like desktop audio, right? And I think the desktop audio is what's actually picking. Wait, why do I have desktop audio? Wait, what? Wait. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Now talk. There you go. You should be fine. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so for some reason I had desktop audio enabled, and I don't know why. That's weird. Okay, anyway, you should
have it just ready to go.
Wait, what?
Always safe to have desktop audio ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know why I had it enabled though. That's weird. Hello chat. This is Sam Ethan One. He was a former chat member, now part of the stream.
Still sounds weird.
I'm not gonna lie. This ceiling fan model is actually kind of turning out pretty okay. It's still kind of scuffed, but like it's actually kind of turning out pretty good. Especially like I gotta like double this. So you said you work on your Hogwarts map, right? I get you a cameo on the stream. Actually, wait.
Magic stuff now.
Oh, I see. So is it true that the Hogwarts map will eventually be coming out very soon?
Very soon, possibly. I should really start recording little teasers and posting those to build up hype and excitement within the community.
What hype? Lamau.
Lamau. You know, so well, because what I was thinking, I mean, you've seen the one post about the guy who added like magic to his avatar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So that's basically what I'm doing, but in world form. But now I just realized, should I make it to where you have to do contact points to? How do I say this? Like,
bring out the wands.
You have to. Well, no, it's not like bring out the wand, but it's like when you hold the wand. My idea was you pull the trigger to use it, and then it would bring out the contact points in front of you to cast the spells. So it's like you have to hit like 1, 2, 3 to cast this, or 2, 3, 1 to cast this spell. But then I'm like, maybe I should just not do it that way, where it's a code. I should just make it like it brings out a wheel of the different spells you could just pick from automatically.
Oh, maybe. I sadly would not
know.
know.
Cooler, I guess, but
well, we could always do both and just see which one people like more in like a playtest or something.
True. You know what? I'll just put in a lot of extra work on it.
I'll just put in extra work that's probably going to be wasted anyway. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man. I like doing the dead. I don't think I've had you on stream
Hello.
since before I was like working on the freaking the big update for the Wanderer. I think I had you on stream like once, and you were like a bee apparently.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bee. I sorry.
You tried. It's
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to small talk, you know. Oh god, what was it? Is Sam a game dev? Yeah, he is a game dev. He has made multiple critically acclaimed AAA games. Sam, would you
yeah,
like to talk about
cool.
that to the chat?
Yeah, you might not have heard them. They're, hid in the shadows, sadly, but they are AAA.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very large funding
Quadruple
projects.
A, even quadruple A, honestly,
Yeah,
debatable.
yeah. Reach into VR recently, so that's what we're like reaching out to all these young hip VR chat users and world makers such as Wild Claw himself
Oh,
here.
me, young and hip. Oh, thank you.
Well,
Uh, I know what you mean. What about the ferret simulator? You know?
the Ferret Simulator, yeah. Yeah, after seeing the hit game,
I
what was it, Goat
thought you were gonna say
Simulator? We
hit
just
game
decided
Among
to make
Us.
a
I thought you were gonna
oh my
say Among
no,
Us. Among
no Goat Simulator. We're like, yeah, we can just make a Ferret Simulator. Actually, can't we?
Did you see that tweet of like someone mentioning Goat Simulator 3, but it's like the clips of the sheep with like the wolf teeth just flying around for some reason?
No,
I have to go find
I
that
never really
tweet
watched
later.
anybody play that game. That's not a
It's
big
it's
game.
I mean it's just like you're a goat and you get to jump around. That's really about it. You're not missing out.
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy, but no, but seriously, Lips, I'm sorry to answer your question. He is not a game developer. He's actually a nobody, really. Has nothing to his name.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly. He has a YouTube channel. Subscribe. Wait, I could do the shout out stuff. Do you know you could do that on Twitch now? Wait.
Well, I mean, it's just for Twitch though. It's not like
Yeah, but your
shouting out
Twitch channel
anything.
is
Yeah.
basically all you have, so shut up.
That's all you have.
That's all he has. There you go, guys. There you go. I mean, like we talked about like trying to do more stuff on YouTube and stuff because it's one of those things where it's like you want to work on like more shorts and you want to work on all this kind of stuff. It's just like difficult sometimes because you just it's just hard.
For a moment, I was like, oh yeah, no, the shorts is one thing that like I have them. But I just haven't kept up on it. I should just do what Super
I
did, where
haven't
it's like
either. Don't feel
once a week,
bad.
and that's what I keep meaning to do. But I just keep forgetting. Also, I'm
Uh,
still upset that the one on TikTok got the appeal didn't go through yet. So it's just like, ugh.
oh, are you still
That
trying to
didn't
fight
even get
that?
any
Like, is
traction.
that still a thing
Well,
happening?
it's not even a fight. It's just waiting. That's all. But I don't even
Okay.
think it's gonna do anything right now. So I'm like, okay, I wonder if I could just delete it and re-upload it at
Well,
this
why
point.
did it get
Like,
flagged
it's
in the
been long
first
enough.
place? What was the whole reason for that? The QR code or
Unoriginal, low quality content.
bro?
Or,
That's fucked
QR
up.
code.
Cannot believe they just said that to you.
Which I'm like, wow.
Wow, you didn't have to be so
Well,
blunt
I
about
guess
it. I mean,
it's not like yeah, it's not saying it's like unfunny or anything. It's more of low quality being they don't want it to be just taking a show, clipping it, and then just uploading it.
what was the original clip actually? It was
Oh, the Bigfoot, the axe into the face.
oh, see, I don't understand why that one got flagged because that was just like a game clip of you
Well,
doing
no,
a
like
skit.
no, it was like I said, it was an instant clip thing or flag thing. So it's like I said, it's probably because I did upload it and then I deleted it because I messed something up. And then I re-upload it right away, and then it probably just
Oh,
flagged it because of that. That's why.
oh, that's a Sam Ethan one fail
That's
right there,
well,
guys.
I guess we just can't do. Yeah, I guess just don't do that. You're not allowed to
He's
fuck
on
up at
TikTok, by
all.
the way, guys.
Try to fix it.
Just want you to know that.
Oh yeah.
Sam in
I probably will
Polish.
just.
Oh, dude, Sam, you're not gonna like this. Sam in Polish means alone. Like, jestem tu touch Sam is I'm alone here. That's so poetic.
It's totally me because I am part Polish.
You're what? You're part Polish?
I am part. Yes.
Oh my god. Can you speak Polish?
Big reveal. Big reveal. No, I actually have no idea.
What area from Poland are you from?
The small one over there where
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always alone.
So okay, if we're talking about like heritage, I found out like a few years ago, my grandma on my mom's side is Czechoslovakian. Well, I guess not Czechoslovakian, but like because Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore, but it's like like Czech Republic and Slovakia, like basically Eastern European essentially. Uh, so I have heritage in I think Slovakia is the place I believe now. So at least to my knowledge, and I also have British in me because I know one of my ancestors was from Britain.
British.
Yeah. I've never actually done one of those DNA tests before, where you get like the saliva swabs, and then you send it in, and they like send you back the results of like your heritage, quote unquote. I've never actually done that before. I've thought about it though. Hmm. Have you tried doing one of those at all in the past?
No, because like I know my family, so it's just, like I don't really
But
care. I guess.
what if you have like some like ancient like DNA that nobody knows about, and then it's like they find out, and it's just like
What if my
the
DNA like doesn't
Messiah.
show up?
What?
Mufasa.
Mufasa. I wanted to do one of those because like I'm not entirely sure what all my heritage is. Like I know for a fact at least like Czech Republic or Slovakia or like that area, and then at least British, but like I really don't know outside of that. Like I never really was told by my family. It wasn't really like something we ever talked about. So I would love to though. I think it'd be cool. Um Also I think that might be good enough actually. It actually looks pretty fucking nice actually. Holy crap. Kind of a banger. I mean, it's still kind of basic, but yeah, for something I'm just mocking up as a model, it's actually not that bad. Although to be honest, I feel like this whole top section needs to be a little bit lower. Oh well, whatever. Oh gosh, what else was there? Yeah, no, like I said about that movie earlier, The Quiet Place, I should sit down and watch the original movie and then watch the I think there was a sequel. I'm not too sure though. I know there's the prequel that just came out, but I don't remember if there was a
Yeah,
sequel.
I was trying to think about that too. I think there is a sequel.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there is because I feel like I saw a clip from it, but I never actually saw like you know those like YouTube channels that have like the clips from movies and you can like watch basically the entire movie through clips on those like YouTube channels. Like they have like clip 1 of 10, clip 2 of 10, clip 3 of 10.
Yeah.
I watched like a lot of the Quiet Place original movie through those clips just because like, you know, because I just felt like it. But I've not done that for the other movie because I have literally no idea what it's called. Is it just called A Quiet Place 2? I have no idea. Is it called Your Mom? Sorry.
Oh yeah, it is Quiet Place Part 2. And then yeah.
Is it actually a sequel or is it just like its own separate thing? Because that's like what I didn't know. I didn't know if it was like actually a sequel or not.
I guess so, because it says following the deadly events at home, the family must now face terrors, blah blah blah. So I guess so.
Oh, I'm surprised it was a sequel because I thought the ending of the first movie would imply there wouldn't be one, but I guess not. Oh. Have you actually watched the first movie?
No, I keep meaning to, but also I'm not like a crazy like, oh, I'm gonna go watch horror on my own.
Okay, yeah, like that movie. You should probably save that for Halloween. That would be a great Halloween like movie watch. Because that movie is actually kind of scary, and also it fucking pisses me off, but for a good reason. So overseas. Oh, I didn't know that Miyazaki. That's interesting. Yeah, learning about your heritage is always interesting. Sadly, like I said, the only knowledge passed down to me from my relatives about my heritage is like both my mom and dad's side of the family were originally from up north. My mom was originally from Michigan, and my dad was, I believe, my granddad, was from like Pennsylvania, I believe. Um, and then he moved down here and such. So I'm not actually like my family's only like first generation living in this area. Like beforehand, we were living up north. So, yeah. At least that's to my knowledge. Are Opa and Oma? Is that what you call your grandparents? Oh, that's cool. I called my grandma on my mom's side. I called my nana. Like I always called her nana, and then my grandma and my granddad on my dad's side, I'd called nanny and papa. That's what I called them. That's what we all called them actually, like nanny and papa. So do you have any grandparents, Sam? Do you want to talk about your family?
Let me reveal everything.
I'm sorry, it's okay. That's fucked up of me to ask you that. I'm sorry. Let me see. Dude, okay. I'm gonna take the conversation away from like family for a second. I think I'm gonna do my Australia vacation in October. I've been thinking about it. So I might be going to Australia in October.
What about reality?
Oh no. Okay.
Isn't
So
that the whole-
no. Listen. So I intend to get the map done by
I guess as long as
October
it's done
1st.
before, yeah,
No.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Like, let me explain. So October 1st is the deadline that my team has for getting our map done. We intend to get it done by October 1st, like entirely. Then it's just a matter of like when they start the submission period, which I actually don't know what the initial trend of Spooktality submission periods was. Wasn't it always like? I think it was like
It was throughout all of October, I thought.
yeah,
not
and then they
just
had like a week or
December.
so where they just had the
Was.
maps out for show, I think that's how it was. But basically the intention is that if I was going to go on vacation to Australia, I would probably go on vacation during like the first half of October, and I wouldn't be gone for that long. I would be only gone for like a week, I think maybe. And not even a week, honestly. Like I don't really have too much plans to do stuff in Australia. I just want to go to a zoo. There's a zoo in Australia I want to go to, and then I would love to
The
go check
urban
out
zoo?
one of the museums as well. Oh, what was that?
The urban zoo? I
Yeah,
don't know what
the
their actual zoo's
The
called.
Steve Irwin. Yeah, Steve Irwin's the Australia Zoo is what's called. But yeah, I want to go to that zoo. So I intend to go to the sun. I'm going to a place called the Sunshine Coast. It's like actually a city, and I can take a bus from the Sunshine Coast to the zoo. So my intention is when I go to Australia, I am most likely just going to get like a hotel or something in the Sunshine Coast and then just stay there for like a few days and then fly back home. Because the most expensive thing is going to be the flight, because it's like 2,000 something dollars just to fly all the way to Australia from where I live. Like, it's expensive. It is hella expensive. So I intend to do it because it's one of those like once in a lifetime trips. And also like I've been wanting to go to Australia for a long time. It's on my bucket list. So like I don't mind spending the money if it means I can do like something on my bucket list. So I just need to sit down and start getting everything set up for that. Like I need to get my visa. I need to get a visa. I need to get a passport. I need to start looking into like what hotels to get, how to like convert money, because I've never traveled internationally. Have you ever traveled out of country before?
Nope.
So I actually have no clue how like converting your money works. Like I don't know if it's like my card for my bank will work at like the airport. Like I don't know if there's like an ATM or something that I could just pull money out. Like I have no idea how that shit works. Because like I assume the way it works is like you can use your bank like debit card to just pull out money at an ATM at the airport, and then that's where you get your money from. I don't know if there's like ATMs like that are specific to Australia that could accept US cards and pull out money from them, because I feel like your bank would probably lock your card if they saw that money was being pulled out in a different country.
Well, I mean, as long as you inform them.
That's what I was saying.
Like,
Like I would most likely actually reach out and be like, "Hey, I'm actually going to Australia on vacation. So if you see money being pulled out in Australia, that's me." Like I intend to tell them. It's not like I'm not going to tell them, like, you know. But I just don't know like where I would go to pull out like money. Like, do I pull out just like a certain amount at the airport, or do I like?
I'm sure you could even look at it ahead of time. Like the bank might be able to offer it even.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking at. I also need to look
Or
into
like
like, do I need to get
note.
something from my phone? Like, is there like some kind of like SIM card that I can get that means my phone can still work in Australia? Because I
Well,
think,
that'd just be checking your
yeah,
current ones. They might
I have no
even be
idea
able to
because
do
like
legitimate data processing as well.
I assume my phone might just not work if I just keep it as it is because it could just be like maybe the phone like just won't work with like Australian stuff. It has to have like a certain thing for it. Maybe I like this is what I'm talking about like with prep work and such. It's like I literally would need to sit down and like research all this stuff because for all I know I don't want to. I mean I've never like I said I've never traveled internationally before, so this would be my first time. So like I need to do my research because I don't want to just dude, like the worst thing would happen is if I just go to Australia and I'm just like stranded. Like I'm just like I have no money and I'm just sitting in I'm sitting halfway around the world just with nothing. so so I would like to at least do some kind of research if possible. But that does entirely depend on if I get around to doing it, which I mean, hopefully I do. So what if you had to travel internationally anywhere, like where would you want to go internationally?
Um,
Like on vacation or even just to visit people? Like where would you go?
visit people. I don't have many internationally, sadly, but
It's fucked up, bro.
maybe that's food.
Okay,
I
it's
know
not
one
actually that
person
fucked up.
that's
That's
somewhere
not
in
actually that fucked up
Iceland.
because
That's about it.
I only know a few people internationally, so that's really not that bad.
But I would say the UK. Um,
British.
that's small enough to like rent a car, drive around there, even.
I don't know. See, okay, that's another thing about me going to Australia. Like, I'm pretty sure I would have to get like an Australian license to drive. Like, I don't think I could just drive with my American license. I don't think that's how that works. Um, Also, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to drive in the UK as well unless you got like a license, right?
True, probably. Maybe.
You would probably just have to get like a taxi or something. I just don't know if you could actually
Oh,
drive
I
like
mean, you could drive as long as you know you don't get caught. That's all.
well as long as you don't get caught by the police, you know. And they're just like,
Right.
"Hey, what you doing?" Eh, I don't.
Eh.
Oh, Canadian. Hey, what you doing? Oh, good eye, mate. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't understand. No, I don't know what you're saying.
Their eyes. Sorry, I don't speak
Sorry, I
British.
do not speak English. Your
I
kind of
don't speak.
English. Your- I was looking up like a tips and guides for going to Australia, and one of the things they talked about was like you should know the local slang. And I'm like, okay. Hey, good eye, mate. Hey, you want to go, hey, bruv? Something like that. Sorry to my Australians that might be watching in the VOD. I do apologize for making fun of the way you talk. I'm sorry. It's actually not that bad.
Gotta be blacklisted from going there.
God, I know, right? Actually, what's interesting is like, okay, if there's two things I would love to do in Australia. Okay, actually, there's three things I would love to do in Australia. The first one is I want to go to the Australia Zoo. So that's the first one. The second one is I want to go to a museum in Australia that has like fossils and stuff. Like I want to see like a diprotodont fossils and shit. Like I really want to like see a diprotodont fossil. And if anyone doesn't know what a diprotodont is a prehistoric giant wombat. Um, so I would
Isn't London
love
one of the
what?
bigger museums as well? Like, isn't it just the Smithsonian's, then the British, and then Australian museums are usually like the big ones
I don't know.
that
I mean,
have all that stuff?
I've been to the Smithsonian. It's awesome. Like I would love to go again. I've never been to the British one, obviously. And I don't even know which one in Australia is the one I would want to go to. I think it might be one in Sydney, but the problem with that is like if I'm going to the Australia Zoo, then I'll be in the Sunshine Coast, but then it's like, okay, Sydney is basically all the way down south, and I don't know if like if I just want to like fly there or if I want to like take a bus. I don't even know if a bus would go from here to there. I have no idea how that works. Is there like public transportation that I can take to get there? How like where am I gonna go for a hotel? Um, I don't know, dude. Like the most stressful the most stressful thing about my Washington D.C. trip that I did when I went to D.C. was getting there and getting to the room. Like, I was so stressed out because it was like I just want to, because like it's like, you know, getting from one place to another and stuff is like the stressful part, because like you don't want to, like, you know, miss out. um I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, no, I do need to sit down and make like a whole like list of like to do things to do before my trip, just so I can get everything settled, because I would like to, like, once we finish this brutality project, I would absolutely love to use that as an excuse to go on vacation. So so ideally, in October, I will hopefully be going to Australia. We will see. I'm still looking into that though. I might have to talk to my parents and see if they can help me out with getting everything set up and stuff, because frankly, I am, yeah, it's a little bit tedious, but I mean, hey, that's why they're there to help. So at
Well,
least
cool.
hopefully, you know. So
I now
uh
put myself at about 20% done with this.
what was that?
I sorry, what I'm doing, I got built the little graph to summon the, I guess I'll just call it like a spell circle whenever you hold down the trigger on the wand at the start.
Okay. So I feel like this is now
Also,
too.
I don't think we'd ever answer, but Lipson, yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm building a VR chat world. I'm pulling the Hogwarts Legacy Great Hall into VR chat.
I'm glad you answered that, because I totally forgot about that question.
Yeah.
I think we kind
So
of like overblew it.
I'm just working on an actual spell because I just think, or a wand with a spell system, because uh there's three spells I could use. Revelio to reveal these like collection cards I just made today, because like in game you walk up and you find invisible scrolls and you use that spell for them to reveal themselves. Then there's Alarmora to unlock one of the locks, or even two of them actually. And then there's Incendio, which actually would catch this brazier that I have in here on fire, and it does a little animation.
Okay, but like, which one's the one that cleans up your poo poo after you use the bathroom? Like, I heard about that one, right?
That'd be the. Is there? I wouldn't be surprised if there was
Dude,
one,
okay,
but
I swear to God, I heard about this. Like, wasn't there something with like J.K. Rowling where she was like something? She was talking about like how they
I
dealt
don't
with
know.
like if they took a shit,
Nobody
and she
listens to
was
her,
like,
man.
yeah, they just use like magic to like magic the shit away. And it's like, okay, how does magicking how does that work? Like, what does it
Okay,
mean
well, I
to
mean,
magic the
like,
shit away?
I will say, like, that is pretty much what the house elves do. They'll just fucking snap their hands and poof, it's gone, and like whatever.
Where does it go
So
though?
I don't know. There's probably like some shit to mention. Just toss it to.
Yo, okay, what about Avada Kedavra? I don't know what that one is.
Oh, that's the killing spell.
Oh yeah, yeah, it goes Avada
Yeah, the killing
Kedavra,
curse.
dead.
Yeah. That is one thing. If I could actually get the spell system to work, that means I could put colliders that follow people and then just take the whole idea of like how I wanted a damaging system for the arc stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, and like I could actually do
Sheesh.
wand dueling then.
Sorry.
Basically, I'm like, fuck yes, please.
Did you see
I think God, it'd be so
they're making
cool.
a Quidditch game, aren't they? I think I saw something about a Quidditch game being
Yeah,
announced.
poor games had Quidditch. I got so excited when they were like Harry Potter's like, oh shit, another Harry Potter game. And then I remembered they actually announced that a while ago. For the Hogwarts Legacy players, they allowed you to like join in for beta or whatever. It's looked interesting, I guess, but it's just footage on its own. I'm like,
Quidditch. Exactly.
Quidditch. Like Quidditch VR chat. Now that I do actually have the golden snitch in here. I did make that. I got that
I did
set
actually
up.
see you make that. You streamed that in Discord, I think, not too long ago. When we were talking
I
about
actually fixed it because I knew they had an actual model with the wings. I couldn't find it, and I finally got my F model to work where I could actually search for stuff because for some reason it was always grayed out. So I'm now searching for things, and it's so much easier grabbing stuff.
Oh right,
And
I forgot
I
that you were streaming that in Discord when we were talking about like controversial things, like what kind of like disaster maps in VR chat should there be like implemented. like because you had like the
Yeah.
Titanic.
Well, not implemented, just what
What could be
what
allowed?
would be
Yeah,
acceptable, I guess.
yeah, because
Yeah.
like you got like the Titanic sinking. It's like okay, well, like
I'm surprised that's still like such a big map on there.
um,
I'm sure it's
I
like
guess it
still
just
top
depends on
10
how
right
it
now.
is. Like, isn't it just like it's literally just a recreation of the Titanic sinking? I guess.
Yeah, it's like I went there briefly, and it's literally just you join in, you go through one of the doors that drops you off wherever in the ship, as long as it isn't flooded, and then you just survive the longest, and that's it.
Survive.
Like
Okay, so it's like a okay, so it is kind of like a game then.
it's
It's
just a
like
survive thing, but it's like you just don't fall in, or you go to the back or whatever, and yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I just don't get how that's such a big map
I mean,
still,
okay,
but
like
I'm like, okay.
I think like the inherent idea of a map in VR chat where it's like a kind of a game where you're trying to survive on the sinking ship the longest is interesting. And I think it's just because like the Titanic is a Titanic, and it's just like the combination of those two factors I think is kind of what like makes it interesting, you know? Like
Maybe. It's probably also because it's just a big map that you could just
it's
loop
high
through,
ride.
I guess. Big, like, it's a big enough map.
Okay, but like okay, I don't think I could actually mention that on stream. I was gonna say the other one, but I don't think I want to say that on stream.
No, you should not bring up any of that
Let's
conversation.
not be. Well, why don't we don't talk about that entire conversation we had on Discord? Because I feel like that would get me banned on Twitch. Let's just say that we were talking about what other events in history could be brought into VR chat, like Titanic, and I don't think I can mention those. That was so bad. Oh man. You know, okay. Let's like get off that topic because honestly, I don't want to go too crazy with that.
You're on a topic.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry. But I've okay, like so it's off topic, but like I've been thinking about 3D modeling those prehistoric creatures more. Like it's been one of those things on the back of my mind where it's like I really want to do that as a side project because it's been really gnawing at me. Like
Do you still have the other models like that you did?
no. So I made a woolly rhino back in 2017, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't have the asset for it anymore. I kind of just want to make a new one at this point, and I want to make like a ground sloth, and I want to make all these prehistoric creature models because I'm gonna use them eventually for an upcoming game I'm gonna work on. So it's like it's not like it's a waste of time for me to work on them now. It's just one of those things where it's like it's more of a side project, and I kind of want to focus on this stuff first. But it's also one of those things where it's I'm just really feeling like doing it. And also the thing is I have to learn how to do sculpting because the idea is like I can box model these creatures for the most part, but then like I need to like subdivision modifiers, sculpt them, and like use subdivision modifier and then use the sculpting tool to actually like sculpt them to be a little bit better with like muscle definitions and such, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like details of like the eyes and stuff and like the details of like the lips and oh my. Uh sorry.
Well,
you know
just had like an image pop in his head, like, oh.
oh. Other places as well. But I do want to sit down and do that because like you know like it's like I know I could do it. Like that's the crazy part. Like I know I could do it. Like because I did it in 2017 when I didn't have much knowledge of Blender, and I was able to do it. And if I can do it in 2017, I can do it now. So, it also derives from that like museum idea that I wanted to do. Like I was really thinking about that. Like I was like, oh dude, making like a museum in VR chat with like making the fossils and stuff, I think that would be kind of cool. Like a literal like museum exhibit that like talks about these fossils and stuff and like these creatures. Because like that one where it's like the blue one that the guy like drew the fossils in VR, like that one's pretty cool. But I kind of want one that's like more of like a proper museum building instead of just like this blue building with dark lighting, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm talking about? Like that one world.
I kind of phased out there because I was reading something.
Oh my god, guy, Chad, he's faded. He's faded.
Completely
He's
honest.
faded. No, you know that one the museum world with the blue walls and like the dark lighting and the skeletons that are like that was drawn in VR.
Yeah.
Like that one's cool, but like I want like a more of a proper museum map that's like an actual museum building. with like the fossils exhibited and like talking about facts and such. Like I want something like that, something a bit more educational, if that makes any sense. Because like that music, that one world is good though. Like I won't deny it. That world is nice. I think it's actually pretty
Because
cool.
that guy did all the sculpting in VR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's a
was really
great. It's
cool
really
to see
cool.
that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I guess it's more so just like I would love to have like a more traditional museum styled world in VR chat. And I think that's kind of like what I would love to make is a more traditional museum building. And also like model the fossils myself. Like I think that'd be freaking cool. Um,
I knew what it was called, so I could like call it out, but I can't
I don't know what
remember
it's
it.
called either off the top of my head. We should probably, yeah, I guess we should call out that
I'm
world
looking
because,
for it at least. I think that's like honestly the best fossil one out there right now.
oh,
That's
absolutely,
impressive.
it is actually pretty.
The bone, yeah, the dinosaur bone gallery by Top Gunzy. That's the one.
Yeah, that one, whichever, yeah, that one. Like who says VR can't be educational? Yeah, like I like the idea of having a museum in VR chat that can actually teach people about certain things. You know that one? There's that one, the frog one. If you've like been to that one before, it was like the frog museum. Actually, wait, it's that one
It's the
world
same
that
person. Yes, it's the insect one, right? That's what you're talking about.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen an insect one, but there was the one that's like the aquarium, and then the same people that made the freshwater and saltwater aquarium world also made this like frog museum world, and it's so cool.
Oh, okay.
You really got to go
I was
check
gonna
it
say
out.
the guy that did the bone gallery also has an insect museum.
Really?
So
Okay, I have to go check that out. Then I've not been to that. I have no idea. You don't know much about VR chat? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. We have someone in chat who's like not familiar with like VR chat. So these are we're talking about VR chat worlds, which are like these spaces that are uploaded by people. Like so you can only upload your own world. We're talking about specific VR chat worlds uploaded by specific people. That's what we're talking about, Lipson. Um, yeah, don't be afraid to ask us any questions. So me and Sam are terminally on VR chat. So well, actually, Sam, you're more on VR chat than I am, honestly.
guess
Sleeping in
what,
VR.
baby? We are
What?
about 5.7 hours away from 10,000 hours.
Oh my god. That's because you
Woohoo!
sleep in VR chat, you crazy man. Oh my god,
Yeah,
my.
yeah, half of it is well, not even half of it, but it's like a majority. Recently has been that, but
Also,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure my.
I
Have you
didn't
ever
know I
had
was like at 6K
Warudo give
before.
you like a crash message but still run? Because I just had like a message pop up that was like something like an XX like red X happened, but I can still use Warudo. It's just not tracking my character anymore. Weird. Guys, I'm gonna be
Hmm.
honest. I think I broke Warudo.
Oh no,
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it enabled for now. But I'm not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to see my head turn and stuff. Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry. Um, I have questions about Blender. Okay, I mean, yeah, ask me questions about Blender if you want. We'll answer them to the best of our ability. At least I can.
I have been enjoying using scene collection in Blender while working on this project.
Oh,
It's been very
dude, oh
nice.
my god, being able to make like folders like that, oh, it's so good. Um,
Now, if only I could do that in Unity.
you can actually. There is a. I have this.
You did talk about an add-on, yeah.
It's like an add-on, and what it does is it basically is the same thing as these collections in Blender, where you can like make these folders that basically go away at runtime. So like when you're working on stuff in Unity, you'll have these like nice little folders, but then um during runtime the folders would be gone. I could send it to you. It's a little bit. It might be a little bit tricky to install. I have to remember what the right way to install it was because I had issues where like it said it was not compatible, but it was because I was using the wrong install. Um, so I have to go look that up later. But like for the time being, like yeah, it's good. I would use it. I'm using it for like every single like Unity project I work on now because it's just that good. Um, so I would very much recommend it though. How am I supposed to make holes in the handle? It's so weird shape. So if you want to make holes in geometry, I recommend using the Boolean modifier. Um, if you use the so like I could give you an example. I'll just do a quick little thing here. like that, like this. So like if I go to my modifiers, and I know you can't see it behind me, but if I go to my modifiers and I do the Boolean one right here, and then if you look behind me, there's like this little object stuff, and if you click on the object you want to cut into, and then you just intersect it, as you can see, it cuts a hole into the geometry. Now, if you have weird topology on your geometry, then that might cause some weirdness to happen. I would recommend maybe like in doing some like maybe doing some like cuts just to kind of fix up the topology a little bit. Just make sure it's not like too crazy. You can also do what I do and try and follow the rule of 4. Boolean will break quad topology. It can, but you can always go back and fix up the topology yourself if you want to keep it quads. This is like how I would do it, because like even if this like breaks the topology, like if I were to just apply this, like I apply this and it's like, okay, now I have these like weird little divots here. I always just kind of go back in and I just kind of insert some cuts there and just fix up the quads, and now you got proper quads. So it's just a little bit of work, but I just use the Boolean modifier because it works. I gotta teach Sam how to do Blender more. Actually, no, Sam, I don't think I need to teach you how to use Blender. I think you actually know how to use Blender pretty decently well. You made the freaking Helldiver mask, right?
Yeah, I know. I didn't finish the back, but yeah.
Well, you don't need to. I mean, no one's gonna see it, so.
Well, I don't know. You can kind of tell, but
I don't think anyone's gonna kind of tell.
I didn't have the reference image for the back at first, and I was like, oh shoot, I do have one, and so I was like, okay. I also do need to just go back and make it match the look of my favorite model, anyways.
Also, guys, I'm gonna close Warudo real quick, and I'm gonna reopen it. So give me 1 second.
Close your eyes. He's got a.
Close your eyes, guys. I'm gonna vanish.
He's got a flash us. He's got a flash us.
I upload my NSFW avatar on accident. Whoops, sorry.
Oh my gosh! Breaking news! Wild just confirmed he has an NSFW.
I do not. I was making a joke.
Oh my gosh! It's too late.
Why would I even make one? I wouldn't even have a use for it. Like, what's the fucking point?
I don't know, man. I've been seeing you on VR chat the past few days. Just random.
Was it randomly VR chat? Well, I got on last night because I thought my friends were gonna get on, but they ended up not getting on. I was actually on earlier because I was testing an avatar. I was working on some updates to my innkeeping avatar to fix some of the neck topology. So I sometimes get on VR chat during like randomly during the day just to test avatars if I'm working on them at the time. So.
No wonder he's picking up so many projects, guys, because then he can give excuses as to why he's going on to VR chat.
I know, right? Oh, I just gotta cover my. Maybe I'm going to like a club or something. You guys just don't know, you know. Okay, it's gonna look weird on stream for a second while this all boots up. 1 sec.
You gotta.
What?
Oh, maybe I don't know.
What?
Mine flashbang. Yours doesn't. What the heck? Why doesn't yours do it?
Mine
does a freaking white screen for a second.
Because I have dark mode, I guess. I don't know.
Good flashback.
I'm gonna say launch the editor for a second, but that's because I closed the editor. Actually, ever since you told me I could do that, I've actually been doing that now. So. Okay, we're back. I go back. No, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I have never uploaded a NSFW avatar. I've like literally never had a reason to. Like, okay, what even counts as like NSFW? Like, I guess like if you had like the ween, you know,
genitals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to cover my speech, but you just went out and said it. So.
Not my stream. I don't care.
Not my stream. Wait, me banned. I don't even know why I wouldn't even get banned for saying genitals. I think it's fine. The Discord link below is your stream community or VR chat community. Oh, the Discord link goes to my Discord, which is the Wildclaw 101. It's just a Discord for the community, because it's both like people that do the VR chat stuff, but then just my friends in general. So yeah, that Discord link is my community Discord pretty much. So. Oh man, I get Warudo struggling again. I can already tell. Okay. I gotta go look into like why it's doing that. I have like 3 windows open in Warudo. I have like Warudo like itself. I have the media pipe tracker, and then I have like this like command prompt stuff. Is that like normal for you? Oh, facetracker.exe. Is that like normal?
There's the window that shows your avatar,
yeah.
the window that tracks you, and then the window that It has all the options and shit.
Well, I turned off the options window, but I still have 3 windows open. I have like one that's like a command prompt that says facetracker.exe. Is that normal?
No, because you probably use a different tracking system than what I set up for it.
Okay. Maybe.
I
Oh,
use
well,
type one,
I think
it
it
is.
gave you like a face tracking by default, but then I turned that off because it thought that my mouth was open constantly because I have a beard. So like I literally couldn't use it because like it thought my beard was my mouth and it always kept my mouth open. It was so funny, but maybe it still thinks I'm trying to do face tracking.
Yeah, you might just still have it. Well, if you have, you might have turned off face tracking, like told it to stop tracking, but you probably still have it set up to where it wants to face track. That's probably
Hmm.
why.
I might have to look into like what settings you have because like I said, like set up motion capture. Like I have a open C face and then media pipe, I guess. Uh,
Yeah, I know you use media pipe. I can't remember what the other one was that I use.
I think I used the
Because
one
there's
that
one
was
that
like similar to VC face. I think that's why. Maybe I don't know. But it's like it's fine. It's just I have to go look into it later because like it seems like sometimes Warudo just wants to die on me, and I think maybe the face tracker's causing it. So I have to go look into that later. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. This fucking ceiling fan actually looks fucking baller. I think I actually did a pretty decent job, even though it's not even finished. Holy shit! Like I still need to do like detailed stuff. Like if I wanna make it look like the reference I have right here, like I still have to put all this like metallic and like even these normal maps and stuff. But honestly, it looks pretty fucking good. I will say I don't really. I'm gonna like shrink this down a little bit. Oh, I know what that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like that. Okay. Honestly, guys, that actually looks pretty fucking good. Have you have you ever had an interest in like modeling prehistoric creatures? Like ever crossed your mind?
model or something like that.
What was that?
I could never model like that. I
That's
mean, the
fair.
only reason why I could model the helmet is because I had the reference images like that were
Well, I
well,
mean, like,
basically okay, but all around, not just side view. That's what I mean. It had every single angle for it.
I mean
So
that's fair. Like,
that's
okay, I will say that's kind of like me too. I do kind of like if I'm modeling like an animal, I do feel like I have to have some kind of like proper reference image that I could start basing it off of, like literally like modeling on top of it. Um, because getting the shape is the hardest part. Like once you get the shape, it's really just a matter of sculpting and stuff. So like with these prehistoric creatures, like yeah, like I have to get like a side and maybe a front image as well, just so I can get the general shape of the creature. And then once I have the shape of the creature, it's just all down to detail work, which ain't too bad. Like I think I showed you those concepts I commissioned years ago of like those prehistoric creatures, like the mammoth one. Did I ever show you that one?
I believe you showed me them. Yeah,
Yeah, like those ones I could actually 100% model from. Like they're literally meant to be like modeled from basically. Um like that's what I commissioned when I was initially doing that was like I wanted like a front side view of this creature just so that I could actually model from it and such. So okay, I'm gonna combine all of these meshes together real quick. Actually, yeah, we are. Um I'm gonna save a new version of Blender just to be safe. There we go. Honestly, like I'm not gonna worry about adding too much detail to this model. I'm literally just doing this just so I can get like a blocked up version, just so I could put it in the map to get like a feel, and then like I could always go back and work on a more detailed version later down the line. That's actually what I'm gonna do for this whole project. Is like I'm modeling basic assets, but then I want to go back and actually add detail, like make more detailed assets later. So that's why like I'm just focusing on getting these basic assets done. Although to be honest, this one's actually not too bad. Uh, actually pretty freaking good.
a trigger. I don't know if you know this with Udon. Like if I have a box collider, I can't set them both to be triggers, right? One has to be a collider, one has to be a trigger in order for that to
Um,
work.
if you're talking about
One
like
trigger.
an object that you want to have collision, but you also want to have a trigger, yeah, there would have to be some kind of collider
Well,
that doesn't
not if
have.
I don't. I would be fine if they don't have collision on either. I just need them to be able to trigger.
Oh yeah, then just set it to is trigger. Then yeah, that's fine. It just means that
They
the
can both be
collider,
as trigger.
yeah, the collider just won't act as like a wall and stuff. It'll just be like a trigger where they walk into it and cause something to happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was reading the little thing for it. It sounded like one had to be a collider, one had to be a trigger, but maybe not.
Well, I mean, it just depends. If it's that case where you need one to be a collider, one to be a trigger, you can honestly just duplicate it and just have one set to is trigger, the other isn't. So, at least to my knowledge, I'd have to double check.
That's
Then
okay. I
again,
won't have to test it.
I don't. I think yeah, you would have to have double because like if you have an object that has like physics and you want it to like move around and you throw it, like if it doesn't have if it has a collider that's set to is trigger, it's just going to go through the world. So you would want to have one that has like just a normal collider.
Wait, what?
Sorry. I was talking about like I was trying to think if there was like an example in my head, like oh, if I set an object to be is trigger, will like it have a collider? But to answer that question, like if an object only has a collider that is set to is trigger, then you'll just walk right through it regardless. But that's why you would have to have a collider that doesn't have is trigger on it. But you can have both on there because one will just be the trigger and the other will be an actual collider. So okay, now that we got this modeled, let's enable the pizzeria again, guys. Oh, it's because I okay. By the way, ever since I found out that shift clicking will turn all the child objects of an object off when you click the parent and it turns them all back on, it's been life-changing. It's amazing. Okay, we got our ceiling fans. Let's see if these are actually proportional size to a character. I think a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just apply the scale. All right, guys, let's get these ceiling fans installed real quick. So if my memory serves me right with these reference images, I have, let me open this one up again just to kind of get a look at where they had the ceiling fan set up. What am I gonna do for dinner tonight? I might make more hamburger helper tonight, honestly. I actually got, I restocked on turkey meat, hamburger helper, and veggies, so I might just make a hamburger helper tonight. Because I had pizza yesterday and I really don't want to do pizza again. Oh, no, wait, I have chicken patties. Oh, dude, I'm totally probably going to make chicken patties tonight. I'm I can't say that on stream. Wait.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Honestly, I was like, I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna start saying stuff that I know other people say. Like,
I mean, like, yeah, that's fair.
I've run into clips that people just talk about things that I'd be like, I don't know if I'd talk about that.
I don't
Like,
think it's
not
up
in
with
bad,
that
like,
stream.
you know, the conversation from before, but
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
no, I'm
like
just,
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I know I could go, you know, to edge of R or whatever. I guess you rate it. Like, I feel like I've tried to stay PG-13, but now it's like, no,
Yeah.
let's go R.
I feel
Great.
like there's certain words that like most certainly you can't say. Like definitely. But there are some that are like on the fence that you're not too
Well, I mean,
sure
yeah,
about.
yeah.
I guess it depends. Like
Words are weird.
words are weird, yeah. There's probably some that are just like, oh, okay, I just realized this ceiling fan has a bit of a problem. It's literally gonna knock off anything that's on the shelf here. So we're gonna did I make these
Fingers crossed, guys.
there we go. Oh my god, did I make the ceiling fan way too big? Oh, I might have actually. Wait. That's a little better, I guess. Yeah, there you go.
It works.
He did it, chat. He beat the thuns. I should test this in VR actually. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I've got the contact point.
Oh hell no, he got the contact points. Well, I think that's it. I think it's an okay size. This one might need to get moved a little bit.
I think I'm
more.
just gonna do it the easy way, where it's not you picking, you know, like you're doing a code combination. I think it's just going to be a circle with spells because I'm not going to have like 20 spells right
Yeah.
in one world. So it'll be enough to have like even just 6 max on a little circle that pops up when you click this. Unless that
Did I
takes
make this one
time.
too big? Wait. Scale.
Next step, making it so when you touch the contact point, it changes the tip of the wand to be a different color, and then whenever you click to cast, it will cast it.
What about the one where like
Although,
it makes your poo poo go away? You gonna make that one too?
yeah, you're gonna make me like make a spell that does that, but it's like when you hit a person, it just drops them into like a dark void, just a pile of shit at the bottom.
Oh wait, we got a question in chat. So how do players cast spells?
So what I'm thinking is you go to find the wand, you pick it up. When you when you pull the trigger to um, use the item, if you hold it down, this is my thought process. If you hold it down, it'll bring up the menu to select your spell, and then if you just pull it once, it just shoots the spell instead. So it's like hold down for 3 seconds, or just uh, tap it for casting the spell that's already selected. That's my thought right now. We'll see if it
I
ends
see.
up playing out that way.
Oh yeah, chat. I'm not gonna move it as much right now because I had that error message pop again in Warudo, so I'm just gonna be standing like this for a bit.
See, but then my next thing is, I think you've seen them. There's like a prefab of fireworks in VR chat where you can actually light them and they
Mm-hmm.
shoot off in whatever direction, and the audio actually goes with the particles, which I still don't understand how you can do that. But I'm also wondering, I should try and just find that prefab online to grab it and see if I can actually
Drawing
figure it out.
signs in
But
the air. I wish I could do drawing signs in the air.
drawing what? Oh, drawing slides. So I was thinking about that. But that would be like a bunch of contact points, and you would have to make sure like you don't mess up, sort of thing. That's why it's like somebody was saying like I could do the contact points where it's a code where it's like you have to draw basically a triangle or a circle or a square, and that would select the spell. Like that is another idea, is doing it that way. But I don't know what would be best for people that would like this. I guess
Holy
like,
dude,
would
this
you
is
want to
looking pretty
draw
good. This is pretty looking.
symbols like that, or
I'll be
yeah?
honest, these
What you
ceiling
got?
fans, I could actually just kind of leave them as they are and just fucking texture them, and they'd actually be pretty okay.
What
Like
you want to change about them? Wait, what? Oh, never mind. That's just that.
no, like I could like I was blocking modeling these ceiling fans, and I the idea was like I'd probably make them a bit more detailed, but honestly, with how they look, I just probably need to texture them, and then they'll probably look just fine. So we'll see. Also, I'm gonna run an ad real quick because we're gonna have a forced ad in like 1 minute. So for you guys who aren't subscribed, I do apologize, but we're gonna run an ad real
Are
quick.
the lights really in a row like that?
Yes, in the original reference image. Like if you look at the image to the here, let me actually
Oh,
open
I
the other
see it.
image.
Yeah.
I remember specifically too. Here you go, like right here. Like the
Oh my
lights are
god, there's
literally
some
like
ads. Oh fuck, there's an ad.
no, oh sorry, yeah, I forgot you're not why aren't you subscribed? Oh my god. He's not subscribed,
I
guys.
jump around for nowadays since I've met people that stream now.
Well, who are you subscribed to right now? That's a good question.
That's a good question too. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't?
Oh, it's
It's your money.
I know. No, it's not. It's Twitch's money.
Oh
We're
my
trying.
god. Oh, you the kind of person where it's like the money you get from people subscribing to you, you just send to another person that you subscribe to?
No, no, no. Twitch Prime. That's what I
Oh,
use.
true. Okay, never mind. Yeah. These
I
actually
was
do look really
bragging.
good though. Yeah, well, so who is Sam Ethan one Twitch Prime subscribed to right now? Is it Imic? Is it
Oh,
Valk?
let's not pick favorites. Let's just
Come on. Come on. Who are you subscribed to right now? Is it like someone we know?
why are those lights different heights?
Uh I was basing it off the image because the image actually has it where they're different heights for some reason. Also, I kind of didn't like how monotonous they looked when they were all the same height, so I kind of just made them slightly
It's also a
different.
very odd placement for the lights, I guess. I don't know. It
It
feels
like
weird.
okay, listen, I'm basing this off a real
Like
life
there's like
location.
5 in
That's
that
why.
area, then like what? Well, I guess they're we got
Like
the
I'm
ceiling
like
lights
listen,
then
like
in this
I
area.
probably wouldn't do it this way, but this is literally what I'm referencing in real life. Like this is just how
Dude's
they
like,
have
I'm
it.
not gonna 1-to-1 this, but ends up wanting to one it
Yeah, I'm gonna
anyway.
1-to-1 it as kind of close as I can because it's cool, but I'm not gonna like do everything exactly the same. Like for instance, like this area right here is a
Wait,
little
go
bit.
go over there to the fan.
Wait
It's not
here?
gonna chop off the lights, is it?
No, no, no. I actually made it to where it's no.
Okay.
Actually, honestly, the biggest problem with this is that I think I made it too. I think like I made it too long and then too not wide enough. If that makes any sense. Um,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna live with it because like maybe VRChat proportions. But yeah, no, this is actually turning out really well so far. Like I was working on the doors as well today, which I need to there you go, delete there. Um, I was actually working on these doors today too. Like these like doors are actually really nice. I'm actually happy with how they turned out. Um, and then you got the back door as well. Um, and these are supposed to be these like little frames are supposed to be like paintings and stuff. And there's gonna be a soda machine here. And then this is where they go to fill up your drink if you order a drink. And then they actually have a vending machine that's like right here. And that's supposed to be a vending machine. And then this is like the counter where you would go to like pay. But I'm gonna kind of makeshift it into a bar, kind of. Um, and then like there's just like an opening right here. And then this whole thing back here is the kitchen. Like this is like the place where they cook the pizza. Um, so I have not touched this entire area yet, but I eventually need to start sitting down and modeling the equipment for the pizza making. Um, and these two rooms over here, this door is going to be the bathroom. Because this establishment is the kind of place where it only has like one bathroom, and it's like one of those bathrooms where it's like you have to knock on the door, because it's only one toilet. Um, and then this is going to be a closet, this closet right here, and then this is the back door. So yeah, I think it's coming along nicely. Oh yeah, I'm happy about the front door too, because this pizzeria has a weird front entrance where it's like you have this door that you open and it's like a glass window, and then you walk in and you're inside this little like room, and there's like a big up, but like it goes up like this, and then they have another door right here that you then open like this, and it takes you into the establishment. So that's interesting to say the least. So yeah, like I said, I was basing this off of a real life place. So, and then the outside is going to be interesting because I have to like I have to like model the buildings, but I'm only going to model the outside of them, and I'm just going to make them like not copy pasted, but I'm going to kind of have like different variants that I just duplicate. Um, and I got the sidewalk with the little tree plants, and this is going to be like a road, and then this is the world boundary right here, and then you'll only be able to look out that way, and then that's it. So, and then you got the street lights as well. So,
Alrighty.
oh yeah, and you got the back alley as well. Let me go over here real quick. Whoop. And like I do have it set to where like you'll be able to walk down this alleyway, because I was thinking like, do I want people to be able to walk outside the pizzeria? I could easily say no. Actually, if I do a quest version, I might be like, no, they can't walk out the pizzeria. But like PC, I do want to make it to where they could like come outside and go up and down this road, and that's it. Because I think that'd be kind of neat. Um, so I think what I'll probably do is like um, this door will probably just be open by default. I think like this. I'll probably just have this door open by default, so you like spawn like right here, and then you walk into the pizzeria. Um, or I'm gonna make it to where there's a bus stop out here or something, and you spawn there instead. Something like that. Oh man, it's cool though. And I still have to make some extra assets for the shelves up there and stuff. And then obviously you have to work on the bar a little bit. Um, I need to put a cash register here at least. That's the big thing. And then I know for a fact the kitchen is going to take a lot of work too, because I have to work on making the individual kitchen assets and
You
all
gotta
that
have
kind
a
of stuff.
food cooking system before we even get it in the Wanderer.
Depending on how I feel, probably not. I'm probably just gonna do what Metropolitania does, where they just have like pre-made pizza and you can like open the oven and turn it on, quote unquote, but it doesn't do anything. Because I liked being, because like I. Li- Oh, my model is glitching out. One sec, I gotta restart Word. Wait, my model's tweaking. Sorry. But I like it. I like it to where I want to make it kind of like my Metropolitania's kitchen, because that one's really nice and it's all right. It doesn't have a cooking system, but you can still like do stuff. Um, but I don't know if I'll do a cooking system, because you have to understand like I I I mainly want this to be a reference, and I don't want to reference like I'm not really interested in doing like functionality, more so just making a world with like basic functionality. That's my intention personally. So everyone's like, Wabudo's opening. What's that, guys? All right, we're here. Oh, and it crashed again. Oh, great. Okay. Oh well,
Oof.
that's fine. We'll just say like this for the time being. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Word. I think it is just a memory thing. I don't know. Uh, Maybe it's because I didn't run OBS as administrator. I don't know. I keep forgetting to do that sometimes. So yeah, it's whatever. Oh God, what else what's the next thing I need to work on? Because I'm probably gonna be stopping here in like 10 minutes. I think I'm probably gonna stop the stream at 8 to go make food. Um, God, what's the next thing I got to work on for the pizzeria? I know for a fact we're gonna have a whole stream where I do texturing and unwrapping. That's gonna be a whole stream. Um, I'm probably gonna start working on the kitchen and the bar area a little bit with some extra assets. Um, Probably work on blocking out what's gonna be in the closet and what's gonna be in the bathroom. Once I get those areas kind of blocked out, then I can probably make a whole list of like individual assets I need to make, and then I could start working on them individually. And then I also need to work on the outside area, which means I need to get like the sidewalk and stuff looking good. Get the buildings kind of more detailed, get proper street lights, uh, and whatnot. Probably work on this area too, honestly. But yeah, it's coming along, so I'm happy.
It's looking good.
It is looking pretty good. I'm like at first I wasn't too sure how it was gonna turn out, but honestly, I think it's looking pretty nice. It's nice. It's gonna look even better once there's like proper lighting and texturing, um, and whatnot. Uh, it's just gonna take some time, because like I said, I'm working on a Spooktality project right now, and that's a time sensitive one. So starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start working on that stuff, because I've kind of been doing a thing where like I work on the time sensitive Spooktality stuff on the weekdays, and then I work on the pizzeria on the weekends, kind of. Or like I flip flop. Like I don't just do one thing in one day now. Like I'll work on my Spooktality map stuff, and then I'll switch over to working on the pizzeria a little bit if I'm feeling it. Because to be honest, I really haven't felt like playing video games recently. I've honestly, like, in my spare time, I've just been sitting here like, damn, I really want to work on something right now. Um, what about you, Sam Ethan One? What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I play Overwatch. Somewhat touch multiverses.
Oh, you actually got back in the multiverses?
I on and off. Like just to get whatever rewards. It's been iffy, like a little.
I thought you got burnt
Then
out
just all
after the
diversity
fucking
about it.
tournament we tried doing. Overwatch
Yeah,
is
that
still
was
live. There's a Lipsum. Yeah. Overwatch 2 is still alive. People still
it's
play
gonna
it.
get interesting about the whatever they say next. To be honest.
Okay, what would you like to
'Cause they
explain
are
what that
going to.
means?
Oh, they're gonna be bringing up the topic of the 6v6 that everybody keeps crying about. So
I honestly don't know why
we'll
people
see
keep
what they
crying about
say about it.
6v6, really. I thought 5v5 was
I don't
fine.
know. I really don't want that back, especially with how the heroes are built right now. Because imagine having to fight like Hog and Magua at the same time, or like two tanks. Like it's just gonna suck if they keep the builds as is. They'd have to redo the builds completely. I feel like.
Oh, probably, honestly. Don't they have a 6v6 mode, but it's not like in quick play, it's like its own separate thing?
Somebody made their own thing like in the custom games. Yeah,
I was about to say, like, I
but no, I
mean,
like honestly compared to like I used to play Overwatch One a shit ton, and like 6v6 was okay, but when Overwatch 2 beta came out, Bird and I played that, and we just really liked that a lot more because it was just more fast paced and more enjoyable than just hiding behind shields all the time. So
yeah, fair. But yeah, Lipsum. There are still people that play Overwatch and Overwatch 2. Like even I've played it, and like I have fun with it. Like it's a fun game. Like I mean, there's definitely some stuff around Overwatch that like not the game itself, but like things around it that are definitely like iffy. But
yeah,
the
that are
game,
unenjoyable. The shop, no
oh
PVE,
yeah,
but
the
like I'll
actual
still
game
play.
itself is honestly fine. Can't say I've had too much of an issue.
Better than doing Counter Strike or I don't
You
know
see, I can't
anything
get into
else
those
really
kind of
for me.
games literally just because like
Like those are
once
all
you're
one tap
out,
dead, and
yeah,
that's
once
it. Yeah, and then
you're
you
out,
find
and it's
stuff
like there's
watching.
just no fun in that for me. Like I would
Yeah.
like to be able to like play. Uh, I don't know.
What was it? Valorant. I know Valorant's another one, but it's like Valorant's a mix of Counter Strike and Overwatch, where
It's
again
literally
you're
yeah, it's literally
just
just like a
one
fucking
tap and you're just
hybrid.
dead. I was like,
Yeah.
so that's why I like Overwatch, just because it's fast paced. Like matches take range usually 5 minutes to 15, if anything, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean I haven't really
Although
felt like
I don't know,
playing those
maybe
kind of
the
games.
Marvel. I forgot what the Marvel one is called.
Oh,
That's
I heard
coming
about
out.
that one. All I remember about hearing about that game was like Doctor Strange had like this ability that let him
Yeah,
do
his portal.
portals. And then I remember seeing a clip of, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
remember seeing a clip of like him just killing the entire enemy team by putting like a portal in front of their spawn,
Yeah.
and knocking them off the edge. And it's just like, yeah, that sounds about right for players finding exploits
But
and things.
that's also like one. Well, it's not even that. It's just like the team shouldn't have gone through. They probably thought it was like a like think about Symmetra. It's probably that where it's like if Symmetra's thing the enemy team could go through, people would have thought like, oh, it's just a fast way to get to our enemy right now. Let's go through it. But no, it's like just don't go through it because it's probably just a death trap. I'm sure
Well,
there's
most
other
people
exits
aren't
on.
smart, so
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, but that's all it was.
they nerfed Hamster back in the days. I wanted to play Hammond, but I never got around to playing him because
Damn, it's so
he's
fucking annoying. People are playing Doomfist now the most, I think. But
really.
Hammond's also still very active, especially if you're just good at being annoying and the rest of your team just cleans up.
Hmm. I've wanted to play like Hammond and Doomfist because I like the idea of playing tank heroes that most people don't really play much, and they're just like they seem like they're very hard, but also just very interesting. But I just don't have
Hmm.
the motivation to sit down and try and do that, and also just like I haven't been playing a lot. Actually, I haven't played Overwatch 2 in a while. I've been like I said, my current I've been very much like not playing video games recently, and it kind of sucks, but I just haven't been motivated to. Like with the Steam Summer Sale going on, I actually want to sit down and buy what's it called? Prehistoric Kingdom. I've been wanting to sit down and buy that game cuz it's just so good. I've really wanted to, but I'm just like lazy and I literally just haven't sat down to do it yet. So, yeah. It's like it's only $20. Like I could totally just buy it. I just don't because I'm bad about buying video games, honestly. Um it's
That's why I want to
literally
play more like the Jurassic World Evolution 2, but it's more of like I'll stream it because that's about the only time I'll probably actually at least for the sandbox. I think I'll play the chapter stuff off of it, but
Oh yeah,
I would
I
like to at least do this
enjoyed I
full
enjoyed
out one.
Evolution too. I mean, I have a hard time getting into Zoo Simulator, so I played it a bit. I played the campaign, and then I started Chaos Theory, but I didn't finish Jurassic Park Chaos Theory like how you did.
Mhm.
Um, but like I had fun with it. I just couldn't really get into it. I don't know. And like my fear with Prehistoric Kingdom is like I kind of just won't be able to get into it. I think I'll still enjoy it, like because I like prehistoric creatures and stuff. But there is a part of me that is a little bit worried. But I still might buy it just because why not? Um, because it might be fun to play it. There's also like another game, the roguelike Deep Rock Galactic Survivor that I've been eyeing up wanting to play. But that one's actually pretty cheap, so I could just buy that because it's literally like under $10. It's like it's not that expensive. I just haven't touched it yet because I haven't felt like playing video games. So I've got a couple games on summer sale that I might buy. It's just
This
it
is
always
honestly at the
gets.
same time, this is probably the best summer sale that we've seen in a hot moment. Like everything's around at least 50 to 75% off or
Oh yeah,
more.
it's crazy
It's
with some
I've
of the
never really
stuff.
seen numbers like this in for a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. See, this
Lord
whole
Gaben
part of
has blessed
the
us.
this part of the ceiling on the top here looks empty, but I'm gonna probably put one of the vents when I model them up there, and it should hopefully fill that. Yeah. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it because like once I start texturing it, it should look better. So, oh man, I'm just like wandering around here for a few more minutes before I wrap up. So,
You're good. I'm now looking into the thought of creating both systems and then possibly making it so you could toggle them on and off if you want like a simple casting or advanced casting where you have to like hit the points and like draw something out like a square, triangle, circle thing.
mm-hmm. This is a game. This is
Uh,
a game that has that kind of magic system in it. Arx
yeah, there
Fatalis.
is
Uh,
the VR one.
no. Arx Fatalis is a very
Oh,
old game, and it actually has a magic system where you have to like literally draw out the shape to cast certain spells.
yeah, there's a VR one that I've seen where it's the same. You have to draw it. It's like actually drawing, not like this point stuff where it's like I don't know how it detects it, but it's like it's not just circles and squares. It's like full on, drawing symbols. I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
know how you
exactly.
would
That's what Arx
detect that
Fatalis
at
is as
all,
well. It's
but
it's like you
pretty
literally have to
cool.
draw out the symbol, and sometimes it just won't register unless you do it right. It's an interesting magic system, but I don't know if I could get into it. I watched a friend play it though, so that's how I was able to experience it. So, um,
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do this. I'll have it just a simple where you just bring up the wheel, choose your spell. Then it's like advanced where you have to draw simple outlines hitting the points like circle, square, triangle, and then just expert where you actually have to draw the sign of the spell you want to cast.
well, that does
I
sound
could
fun
ever
if you can
learn how to
actually pull
do
that
that.
off.
Yeah.
Don't go too. I say like at least do one of the systems at first,
Oh
and
yeah, no,
then
I'm gonna start with simple and get this one done first, and then make sure
yeah,
everything works and go from there.
yeah. I was about to say yeah. You might wanna make sure you do that. So, oh man, I think honestly, with the Spooktality project I'm working on, one of the interesting things I've found out is that even with like a somewhat simple game concept, there is still quite a lot to it, like mechanically, which is really interesting to find like to learn about. Because like I thought that this Spooktality project mechanics wise would be somewhat straightforward, but there's actually a lot more to it. Like keeping score and spawning things and creating the dungeon and like buying stuff. Like there's actually quite a bit of systems that we have to make for it. So it's really interesting.
I mean, I think that's also because you're making it, a bit trying to match the actual game with the whole buying. Like you could probably just do it even without the buying, and still you could do it to where it's like, oh, the rounds based off of like how much scrap you get out of
Oh
basically
well, we're not
out each
doing
time.
we're not
Rather than like
exactly
do it
making
per
a
game.
1-to-1 of Lethal Company. It's like yeah, we might have things that you can like recover, but it's not like we're not making like a Lethal Company game. Like it's actually something a bit more standalone. Like it's just like very similar in the sense of like dungeon generation and monster stuff, but like I guess honestly it would be a bit more simple if we just made it to where scrap would spawn and you had to bring it back. That would probably be the simplest way to do it. Um
Yeah.
but I would have to talk to my teammate about that because right now we already have like a pretty decent laid out concept of what we want to do, but we'll see depending on time constraints because my teammate is actually working on their booth for the summer festival, so they are kind of busy with that right now, and depending on how much like time we still have to work on stuff afterwards, we'll see what we have to do. Honestly, I've been up in the air about whether I want to actually port this game to Unreal because I kind of have like another game. Like I kind of want to do the Turok game concept now because that one's actually going to be much more simple, kind of. Um, but we'll see how it goes. Because also like I'm not the one doing the coding for this project, so it's like, um, I would basically be using their code in Unreal and just like sourcing it and stuff. And I don't know if I'd want to do that if I'd rather make my own. Um, I'll have to figure it out when the time comes. I'll think about that, like what I want to pursue. Right now, like working on the project and getting my portfolio being built up with this pizzeria is definitely big on the list because I just want to put myself out there more because I want people to see more of what I work on. Because if you're able to show off what you've done, there's more of a likelihood that there will be someone that will be like, oh, I want to commission you. Like, hey, can I pay you to make this or like work on this Fear Chat world? I'm probably not gonna get as lucky as my friend who got commissioned by Niji Sanji, by the way. Like literally getting contacted out of the blue by one of the VTubers at Niji Sanji and being like, hey, can I pay you to make a version of this world that you made? I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky, unfortunately, but you make do with what you got, so you know what I'm saying?
Pick up and down.
Pick up and down. That would be cool though. I think it'd be fucking awesome if like I make this pizzeria world and then I get like contacted by my business email from like a big VTuber and they're like, hey, I liked your pizzeria world. Can I pay you to make like a version of it for me? I would probably say yes, to be honest. Like if it like, you know what I mean? Like if they're willing to pay like a decent amount for the update, then yeah, absolutely. I guess it just depends. Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna stop there. Because I think it's 8 p.m. I kind of want to go make some food, so we're gonna stop the stream there. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Good job on reaching the community goal. I will look into setting up a date for the blind innkeeping session. It's either gonna be making an avatar of myself that's blind with like the whole like being able to see with my hands, or I'm just gonna use the girl avatar if I can't make up something. So yeah. No, that's even worse. I don't know